squealing at the at the fishies. Summon the electrofish.
The electric counts.
Hello, chat. I woke up late. I had a dream that I lit people on fire with a cigarette, and I had to wait to cash checks because it wasn't Christmas, or was Christmas, or Christmas was coming up. It was a weird dream. All right, so I was late. I woke up at like 12:15, and I sort of sat down, and like Bucky and Reggie were like laughing, and I just couldn't think because I was too like in dream shock. I sometimes have that when it's just like a super potent dream. Where I'm just sitting there like, oh my god, was that real? Was that real? Was I about to get fucking shot in the heart? And I'm like, wait, no, I'm not. It was one of those.
Sounds like it sounds like a redo of the fucking Battlefront 3 dream you had, where you woke up ready to play the fucking game.
Oh my god! And I sat at my desk. Yeah, that's when you have dream shock. Dream shock is when you wake up too early, and then you're just like, what happened? And I'm like looking at the window like, I live in this apartment. I don't live anywhere else. And I'm an adult. I'm an adult now. I'm not like a little kid again.
This kid has to remember who he is.
I kind of had to. So, yeah, we had to just go through a little bit of remembering what we were again, but we did that. And then I was like, feeling pretty good. And then I forgot I was sick.
You referred to yourself as we kids, plural.
Yeah, multiple Kibses. So what? Bucky touches Kib's shoulder. I just break apart like little spiders, but just crawl all over him. He's like, ah!
I would set myself on fire.
You'll get 90% of these, but some of me will probably escape.
You better hope.
Don't count. That is a cover of a refunded membership. Okay. Thank you for the gift of membership. Memberships seem to be working again.
Oh, for now.
At the moment, yes. Now
there are left to be gotten.
There are currently 3 active bounty targets: Juan FVT, Hugo Fugi, and Decompresso. Yes, chat. We are going to be covering Woob Raider, so get ready to plunge into those cervixes. Like, what the biology. Crimson Game Studios announces 2 new Tomb Raider games coming in 2026 and 2027. The first one is a remake of the OG, which I have on the Sega Saturn actually behind me. Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis in 2026, and then a big new one in 2027 called Tomb Raider Catalyst. Okay, key takeaways. 2 new Tomb Raider games. Tomb Raider Legacy Atlantis brings Lara Croft's first adventure to modern audiences. And Tomb Raider which, to be honest, that game is ancient, like, genuinely, so it's gonna...
Yeah.
Oh, Bucky taking a swing, I see. Thank you for the 5 membership. Very generous. Then we have Tomb Raider Legacy Atlantis brings that Catalyst embarks on a new story across northern India. Oh boy.
Catalyst is it's just a Indian food shop, like, eating tutorial as you go through.
Play as Lara Croft when she goes to the shitter. All right, you got to do the fucking QTE, or she won't make it out alive. She's like, oh, my body's rejecting it. My body's rejecting. Oh no, India Simulator Chatfish. Are you prepared for that?
Kibs. Share screen.
Working on it. Working on it.
There you go.
Gotta move that there. Gotta put that there. Being a streamer is hard. It requires me to press a lot of buttons. All right, so let's see. Oh, they gotta do that again. Never mind. Hold on. Watch Air Tits bound a little bit longer. Okie dokie. There's like completely distracted. Play the music. Play the channel music. We had this specially commissioned by our composer. Yeah. Perfection, chat. All right, we're back, little chatfishes. All right. Alex Wilton Regan will voice Elix Wilton with an I. That's a weird name. Will voice Lara Croft in the new games. So developed a partnership between Crystal Dynamic and Flying Wild Hog. Tomb Raider Legacy Atlantis brings Lara Croft genre-defying adventure to modern audiences, blah, blah, blah. The game features stunning visuals powered by the Unreal Engine 5. Hopefully they disable all the Unreal Engine's other side crap, because so long as you disable that shit, it'll actually run okay. Modern game design and new surprises that honor the spirit and atmosphere of the original game. Okay, we'll have to see if that's actually going to be the case. Players will harness their wits and athleticism to explore exotic locations, lost to time, traverse treacherous landscapes, solve deadly contraptions, and face lethal predators in their quest for the scattered pieces of Scion, an artifact of immeasurable power. The game arrives in 2026 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam. Our collaboration with Amazon Game Studios has been truly transformative for these ambitious projects, and Scott Amos, head of studios at Crystal Dynamics, Amazon's partnership has provided the resources, expertise, and creative freedom necessary to realize our vision for both games without compromise. So, is Amazon learned their lesson? Are they going to stop meddling? Because one of the big problems is Amazon meddles too much. Also, Napster XXL has become a member. Go to the Discord and get yourself your ranks in the Discord so you can get your behind-the-scenes permanent lifetime access. Any donations will give you permanent access to the Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah, I don't think they've learned their lesson at all.
Yeah, because I don't really believe that 100%. Like, the only game I've played from Amazon Game Studios that has any sliver of being like, it might be fun, but I think it's going to flop probably, is March of the Giants. It's fun, but I don't think it's going to do well. It's going into a market that's oversaturated. It's going to flop. Probably.
I want to see Amazon advertisements whenever you pause the game.
Your package has been delivered. Would you like to get Audible? Get your Audible credits. Oh my god.
Sweet.
Doesn't he already have a Chatfisher? He does have a Chatfish, yes. Looks like it's done by Beto, based on the art style. Beto's been trying new cell shade stuff lately. The ambitious next chapter of Lara Croft's Tomb Raider Catalyst. He actually does push himself. My art director says that one of the most, of all the artists, he says Beto is the most attentive when he teaches them. Not Cho, that's for sure. She's a little slacker. She's just marks a bold new direction for Lara Croft and marks adventures, Northern India. Nothing new here. Lorecraft. Listen, I got a little bit of a sick voice. Her tits got a marginally bigger compared to the picture because they're a bit bigger than Gabe. So it seems like her bust size might be slowly reversing the damage. We'll have to see how the Catalyst game goes to see if her boobs actually are going to get bigger or if they're going to continue to get smaller.
Yeah, they also did a very pseudo-sexualized clambering system. If you saw the commercial, Kibbs.
I think they realized that maybe people bought Lara Croft games because she always wore a tank top, very tight tank top, tight short pants, and fucking was climbing around and doing all sorts of gymnastic things.
Mm-hmm.
People just like the female body. I know it's weird. What?
There were a lot of shots just specifically showing off her legs.
Yeah,
There were.
I'm just wondering how much of that's actually going to transition into the game proper, and not just something that was made specifically to try to trick people into buying the game.
Yep. Hold on a second. Why is somebody honking their horn outside my... No idea. No idea why somebody did that. But somebody did. They just honked their horn and then fucking just waddled out of their car and are now
They
carrying
knew you were
garbage.
streaming.
Fucking...
They had
Next
those.
is, it's kind of like the he will not divide us thing. They're trying to find where you are.
Oh no, it's a track! Japper just suicide bomb my window. Whoop. Little violent shits. Alright.
The bucket lives.
Oh my god. It's like that scene from Dead Space where a guy crawls on the car, blows up, screams.
No.
They gave her a man jaw. Where's the soup up of her face?
You're gonna have to actually go to the game thing to find it.
It's on Steam, isn't it?
Yep, should be.
Tomb Raider. Woob Raider. Just plunges into the depths of the womb.
That's a porno name, kids.
Her job.
I think it's better
It's
than what it used to be.
yeah. They've made it more feminine. There's a profile shot there, side shot.
And the tits are bigger than in the promo single shot, yeah. All in all, I think I like the aesthetic.
Yeah, it looks like Tomb Raider's kind of returning to form. Because they kind of lost their ways with the reboots, where it was like super violent and stuff, and it wasn't really Tomb Raidery.
Look, ass shots. Ass shots.
It's like we're playing Mass Effect again.
Lost worlds. Frozen in time.
Or just... Yeah, she looks
Yeah,
feminine.
she looks so yeah, she looks suitably feminine.
Waiting behind every door. Across every chasm.
I think Amazon
this
Games
thing.
needs a win, though.
Like this. Look at this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just showing off her body.
Yep.
Like, that's
I didn't know that.
back to being normal.
Path this adventure
Thigh
was
shots. Check.
And now Salah's draw to the game.
Dinosaurs with feathers. Dinosaurs with feathers.
Furries and scalies, kids.
Damn. Why Salah? That'd be Carlos.
Damn, we call Carlos out like that?
Yes. My art director's goddamn furry. Well, it's more like a goddamn feathery.
to uncover the secrets of Atlantis.
But he's a good guy. Look at that ice. A cat. Or is it a wolf? Look.
That was a wolf.
The furry community's got a hold of our dinosaurs, chat. Nope.
And so everything I've seen right now, I would probably buy the game.
Yeah, it looks like a Tomb Raider game. Unless something
it looks
comes
like
out
a Tomb Raider game.
from here and there, the promotional material that we have thus far makes this actually look like an actual Tomb Raider game. So we'll find out. Crystal Dynamics and Flying Wild Hog. Amazon Game Studios is not involved in development. They're just publishing, by the way. Now, they probably do have say. The director said that they didn't meddle, so we'll see if that's actually true.
Yeah.
Because I will say that they definitely fucking meddled in Rings of Power. They definitely meddled in New World, because they made New World... New World was like, conquistadors, like taming a new world, and then they changed that because it was offensive.
Yeah. I mean, she's looking
How
more
dare
and
you
more
paint the
like...
conquistadors in a good light?
Yeah. She's starting to look more and more like Angelina Jolie at her prime again, which is good, because was the iconic Tomb Raider.
That's true. The best, I think, film adaptation of Tomb Raider is that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's been ages since I've seen that. Genuine ages.
The Sands of Time.
The Sands of Time. All right, let's see. Next up, we've got round one bowling. Oh, no. So this is something Bucky mentioned. Go ahead,
Yes,
Bucky.
so for you weebs out there that like HoloLive, round one bowling, which is a arcade that's in some malls now, has HoloLive stuff starting to bleed into it as promo. So that means to tell you that VTubers are becoming more and more mainstream, and so very soon they're going to die off in popularity.
Well, like they were already like corporatized to high hell.
In
so-
Japan,
Yeah,
yep. But now it's
in
happening in the
Japan, they're
United
very-
States.
Yeah, they're coming to the United States, so you might see a spike in popularity of VTubers everywhere
Will you be featured
for
in
about a
this?
year or two, and then it's going to die off in popularity.
Yep. What's probably going to happen is it's going to reach its, its zenith point, where it peaks, and then it's going to just, like, it'll never be at that point again. That's usually what happens when things cross over into being adapted into malls and stuff. Now, had this happened, 2 decades ago, back when malls were big still, this would have actually been colossal. But malls don't really have a whole lot going for them anymore. Alive lost all its talent already. Yeah, I did hear that there's been a massive rebellion. Well, here's the thing, right? Not to talk about this too much, but when it comes to all the VTubers I've met, nice ladies and all, but the big problem is not them. It's the fact that they often work for these companies that are really bad. And that's all I can say on that note. And that's been universal almost with every one of these gals I've met. Like, all these companies
Kids
are
works for a VTuber
terrible.
company.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you work for a company, Kids. You work for Battle Damage Studios.
Battle Damage Studios does not do VTubers.
You're a corporate VTuber.
It explodes.
It's Brain Damage Studios. Thank you very much.
Oh, I thought it was BDSM.
Damn. Yeah, that was a joke when we first came up with the name. In like middle school, you middle schooler. That's
I know, I was
confirmation he's
there.
got middle school humor.
I was there
Bucky
when it was
reveals himself to be one of Kim's old longtime friends who abandoned him and be like, "You son of a bitch."
written. That would be funny.
That would be
I'd have
weird.
to become Minnesotan and Somali at the same time.
You have to be black. You ain't black, Bucky.
Aren't all Muslims Somali in nature?
Damn. I like how they make up and comprise like less than 1%, by the way, the population. That's the...
Yeah. And that is the most notable thing coming out of your state right now.
Yep. And hopefully staying out too.
They're a very small fraction of the population, but make up most of the fucking.
Somalis make up 1%
fraud.
of the population, yet they make up like 90% of Minnesotan crime. Curious. What do Kims mean by this? I don't know, Chad. I don't know. Who can say for certain?
Kids, gotta stop coughing.
I'm sick, Chad. Help me.
Sick in the head, yes.
All right, so we've got T-Boo fucking Pal World. The cutesy games.
Yeah, it's
The hegemon of
Yes.
Pokemon's broken, I think, if things are like this are popping up.
yeah, it, very easily apparently.
This is
Go
huge.
click on the Animus, Gibbs.
The Animus. Oh my god. Somebody clip him saying that. That's so
Look
stupid.
at the fucking things.
Thunderstorm form. Riasma form. How do you look at the other animals?
Like that.
So yeah, it's basically like very Pokemon-esque inspired. But I think
I think it's more
Pokemon's
Power
hegemon.
World inspired.
True.
I think it's more Power World inspired, and what was it? Monster Hunter.
I think Pokemon's hegemon though is gone. Like they've lost it now.
Yeah.
That's what this symbolizes. Pokemon's days are over now.
Well, look at the fucking graphics that they're going for.
The art style is very pretty, like very pretty.
Yes.
Very colorful, very not cell shaded, but very stylistic and dreamlike.
Very
And which
fluffy,
is what's needed.
I'll say.
That's because this game is its primary appeal is going to be women. This is what this game is marketing to. This game is a game that
Isn't it
understands its
a-
market.
Isn't it a farming sim as well?
Yes,
Yes.
this is a female game. That's what it's tailored for.
I feel like this is going to end up evolving with mods into a guy game.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, usually
It has a lot of potential. I might even play it without, as it is.
it
just
looks
because it
nice.
looks nice.
You're like, look at that vista, that cute mountain. Can you climb that? You can climb that mountain. Todd Howard says in the background. See that mountain?
Lie.
You can climb it. Okay, I did. Now what? Nothing up there. But yeah, it does look quite visually pretty. And what's nice about this game is, yeah, this means the hegemony of Pokemon and Nintendo is starting to fracture. So that's good. It's a small step, mind you, because it's going to take a long time for Nintendo to finally be humbled to the point where they're going to be on PC. But I do think maybe by 2030 we might see a Nintendo game. Who knows, on PC? Maybe. 2030 rolls by. Never. Shadov says they have nobody but themselves to blame for this. Their last few Pokemon games were lazy ass cash grabs that even the most brain damaged individuals can see. That's true. Yeah, no, they've reached a point now, I think, where even the diehard Pokemon fans are just kind of sick with Pokemon. And the big thing is a lot of guys, but also a lot of women actually buy Pokemon stuff. And
Yeah.
the big thing is if they lose their female audience, that's huge because it's like a weekly thing. It's like Inzio. Now Inzio failed to usurp Sims because they just did what Sims did and they just lost their goodwill immediately. Because we don't really talk about this too much on this channel, but the female gamer audience is actually quite huge. But it's the big problem a lot of games have, and why you guys have a negative opinion of that is usually because male appealing games will try to appeal to the female audience because the female audience is more tolerant towards DLC. Now, I will say that if you look at the games that females have to buy, or not have to buy, but are tailored for females, they're usually much more DLC aggressive than other games. AKA The Sims is a great example of this. And the reason,
$150 worth of Sims DLC, yeah.
yeah, and the reason why they're so aggressive, by the way, is because they have no competition. It's not because women will put up with it. It's because there is no there is no alternative. Because I guarantee you, women don't also want to spend $1 billion on a video game, but that's the reality. False Kips, look at DCS Trade Simulator. Okay, hyper autistic male boys, yes, will outclass females on that regard. But like DCS Trade Simulator are what we call hyper niches that are maintained by their hyper niches being able to be whales, every single one of them.
Yeah, Star Citizen is like, come on.
Star Citizen is, if I had to choose one of those hyper niches, I would take Star Citizen over DCS or fucking Trade Simulator. Because at least it's got spaceships or stuff. At least they shoot things. Welcome, Streamlo Cassie. Gibbs, you're still alive? I thought you died yesterday. What? I wasn't that sick. What the hell? Why do you think I died?
Died yesterday, kids? You didn't tell me?
Chatfish were watching the Bubby movie, and we watched the second Bubby movie because Chumpus was showing it to Chat. And I passed out while Chatfish were doing that. And then I had the most vivid dreams I've had in a while that kind of annoyed me. Ugh. I just don't want to remember them sometimes. All right, so. Gibbs died, but he got better. Either way, this looks interesting. We might actually check this out when it comes out because it might actually be fun. No, I don't know about that creature, though. It's a bit furry. Oh my god. Allow all. There we go. Now we can actually see them. Rainstorm form. It's like, whoa. It's black. Oh my god. What did the developers do that? Yeah, it's got cutesy creatures. They nailed that. Oh, they got all of them? No, they got a lot, though.
Yeah, they got tons
They're
of them.
showing off all the impressive ones, I guess.
Interesting. Forest form. It's got slightly different stuff on its model. So yeah, now that these things are breaking into the market and getting big, it'll be interesting because if this is the second game to follow suit after Pal World, there will be more after this, by the way.
Oh yeah, it'll flood the market. It'd be great. Well, it's funny because it doesn't require that much, that large of a team to do either.
No, you just need to have a decent art team to design the creatures, and you're done. And you just need to have all the different topics like grass things, water things, fucking, plants. The usual gist. So next up we have is more stuff.
More stuff. I like stuff.
This is an article from Tweaktown that Bucky grabbed, and it says Microsoft is committed to making Windows 11 the best place to play PC games. Are they though, Bucky?
So
With AI.
I don't know if it says it specifically, but Microsoft is putting in a limiter to your RAM usage for Discord
Me.
or something. Because apparently Discord is using up to 4 gigs of RAM before it crashes. And it's happening quite frequently.
So Discord's having a memory leak, and so Microsoft's having to step in and fix that themselves.
I think that's who's doing it, or Discord is implementing it themselves, but I think it's Microsoft.
Isn't it because like Windows 11 just fucking with the application so much that it
Yes.
causes the memory leak? Yeah.
Microsoft are lying, says
So
Ragnarok.
Microsoft is afraid heavily that the Steam machine is going to pick up Steam and be purchased more and more over Microsoft Gaming.
Yeah, because the Steam OS is actually sending a shockwave. This is good, no matter how you slice it, because Microsoft being intimidated means Microsoft was now finally challenged by a competitor. That's actually going to force them to improve, regardless if the competitor is actually successful or not. It's forcing them to do their job, which is good.
Well, it's because Microsoft is trying to shove in all the AI shit, and Steam Machine's like,
No
Yeah,
AI
we don't
shit.
need any of that. Yeah, we're just here to play video games, so no.
Yep. And so they're gonna have to make it so that the AI stuff's gonna have to be toggleable because that's gonna have to happen because the SteamOS is gonna run circles around them because AI is so detrimental to your performance. And AI doesn't give you anything. All it does is just scan your stuff and then tell Chinese companies about it. It sells your information. Welcome to Stream Video. Have you been working hard or hardly working? He's like, both.
Oh, India didn't get his beauty rest, so he's gonna look ugly as fuck in the game.
Oh my god. That's right. Don't forget, like, you can't go
No,
sleep.
he got a nicer model.
Don't
That's
forget
non-canon.
the pen and paper events
Sucks.
today, Video. You can't sleep, you little fuck. Somebody better tell Beto, or Beto's gonna fucking forget. Because he forgets all the time. But yeah.
Let me tell Vito.
Hi, Bino.
Oh,
Hello, me Bino.
Oh, I guess he knows already. Never mind.
Yeah,
he knows what?
the events today, the pen and paper. He just doesn't know.
I know. Guys, we talked about this like for days. What the hell are you guys talking?
4 days.
I don't know
You're
about
gonna
that.
go swing, Bino, if you don't make it.
Me go swing. Me Beto. Me go swing. Ah, how wonderful. They have streamlined selling my data in real time, says Cabal. In before, actually, a Windows score causing them everything. Probably is. Windows 11 is the issue, says Kasovic. If it was Discord, I'd be suffering from it. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if it's Windows. Like, Windows is just... Look at my fucking desktop. It's Windows 11. It's terrible. I like how they told us Windows 10 is the last time. Fucking liars.
I think it's funny is that the Windows 11, the AI shit is auto opt in on everything, including your mail. So you have to go in there and you have to opt out of the mail thing from reading it.
Oh my god. That's so goddamn annoying. I just don't know what Microsoft's thinking, honestly. I think that this might be Gabe's big opportunity and Steve's big opportunity to absolutely, like, fucking curb stomp Microsoft. All they gotta do is make the SteamOS be super efficient. And I've already heard rumors, I haven't seen it myself, that SteamOS is actually more compatible with older games than modern stuff. So SteamOS
You-
might just be better for gaming in general.
So
You
here's
know,
my issue. Oh, go ahead, Bino. Go first.
Mine is pretty quick. One thing that like Gabe could do also is do a little bit of playful marketing on the fact that like here in SteamOS we don't vibe code, and then like show some like Microsoft but not Microsoft, the company in the ad, and they're all vibe coding and fucking up their new software, and they're like not like those guys or something like that. Because like I heard that they fucked up even like the basic thing.
Now
in the
explain to
Windows
chat what vibe coding is, because I guarantee you most people don't know.
11. Vibe coding is basically like they go to AI in AI. I want to do this. How do I do it? And the AI do it. It's like great. And then they don't know what they're doing. They just Ctrl C Ctrl V, and that's like vibe coding basically. Because you're vibing and not coding. You know what I mean?
Vibe coding. Okay. Well,
No, that's an interesting
I'm just gonna
article.
say that
I saw that
that-
and I immediately had to open that. Go ahead, keep it doing.
I think so that would go the opposite direction of what Gabe has been, which is do nothing win. So I think I think Gabe. So is the Steam Machine Linux based?
I think so. Chatfish. Nerds. Is the Steam OS Linux based? Looks at Chatfish. They look at me.
That would be the question, because if it's Linux based, then holy shit. The only thing that Gabe has to do is build an actual PC at that point, because he's already got the fundamental game PC down, the code for the game PC. He would just have to make an application where Linux is user friendly, and then you have a huge fucking competitor with Microsoft.
Chatfish saying yes, sort of. Steam OS is based on Arch Linux, says Regrucka. So yeah, it's got similar framing. And I've already heard good things about Linux, but I just don't have the patience for setting up things because I have no time to do anything.
And whose fault is that?
Chatfishes. They make me work so hard, little bastards. Now it's saying,
Keep blaming the chatfish once again.
yes, they will be blamed. But yeah. So,
Because that'll be an easy way to have Steam branch out into other areas to make more money. Is just to create an entire OS for like an actual gaming, like consumer builds.
yeah. And customizable, tailorable, do what Microsoft
Yeah.
used to do and now is losing. Because that's what established Microsoft originally against Mac. PC versus Mac. Personalized computer. Like the whole like campaign and war against Mac was literally the fact that Mac was templates stamped out, corporate slop. That was the issue. Nobody wanted it. Yeah, it was guaranteed to work and it had like certain like things, but it was like, everybody wanted to tailor it. Everyone wanted to customize it. Personal PCs. And the problem is PC stopped being like that ages ago. They don't even market it as PC anymore. They just say Windows. Because it's basically just become Mac now. Where it's all they're trying to standardize and template everything. So there's no customization options anymore. And so SteamOS comes along and is basically like, hey, we're going to do what you did to Mac and destroyed them. And ultimately, Steam is going to win so long as A, it works. And that's just it. Like, as long as it works and is tailorable and customizable, like, Windows is fucked. Like, genuinely. It will take time for them to dethrone Windows, but by word of mouth and just through gaming culture alone will just drag people over. Because that's how it's going to work.
I don't think it's going to take that long nowadays because of the internet, change happens a lot faster than people expect, and Windows is so hated by a bunch of people that like I can see it quickly.
Bafios raises a good question because Bafios is our 3D modeler. He also is a professional 3D modeler too. He says, "Please, Valve, not only games. I need my work software on a different OS." So
Yes.
I would assume, because running on Arch Linux, that it would probably also run work software as well. We'll have to wait and see, obviously. But yeah, I think it's going to be primarily tailored for gaming, but I think you could still, like, for example, you could run Clip Studio on it. You could run, like, Word and Docs on it and stuff like that. I would assume.
If
I
I
think
could
the-
run that kind of... Sorry.
I think the issue here is that with the components of computers becoming ever more expensive by the month, there may be a slowing effect on how quickly people would transfer over, just because of how expensive it is to buy a compatible rig.
Upgrading your hardware is going to be the tricky part because right now, like what Bucky basically showed us earlier, like a few months ago, is now starting to happen now, where PC parts are starting to inflate pretty high because of what's happening with the data centers and stuff and what's happening with the market. And as that demand increases and the suppliers are vanishing, the prices are skyrocketing. So there isn't going to be a huge jump ship thing. It really depends on how they can market the GameCube and how purchasable the GameCube is for starters. Also, it's absolutely critical that the GameCube isn't like the Steam controller, like the original Steam controller. Oh, so terrible. Now, fortunately, the new Steam controller actually looks decent, but like, oh my god. Whoever inside Steam is obsessed with the touch-based interfacing, I don't like it. Like, touch-based interfacing has never been for me. I like my analog controls. Miss me with the Star Trek touch panels. Don't worry. Like, oh, it's just so terrible.
The only technology I want to touch is Robot Wyman. Yeah.
Robot Wayman. Bibito. That's just him every day, Chad. Every single day of my life. Gonna get reincarnated
One
at
day-
a discount
one day
Timu Bidu.
one day Brazil is going to get to me and then you all miss me.
You all miss me.
Bino will cease to be.
Damn.
Go into the Beanosphere.
The Beanosphere. One day Brazil will get me. Like, it'll
Well-
get him.
Well, India might not.
Indio just fucking looks at him and is like, no. Gonna hope it forces devs to be more innovative and make games that run better and on less, says Sternbrat. I mean, the big thing is when it comes to developers, that's also why you notice support for things like PhysX reappearing on newer video cards like
Yep.
the 50 series. Because that was something we mentioned in a previous stream last week, I believe, right?
Yeah, the GTX 1080 has gotten an update.
Yeah, the 1080's got an update. Like, they're updating older hardware now. So, the one benefit, if you're one of those chatfishes that, you're penny pinching hard, because you gotta, tough times. On the right side, your GPUs and stuff are getting updates to support modern things now, so good for that. because even the GPU companies know that they can't like fucking push people to buy the new cards because, well, nobody can afford them. They're fucking ludicrously expensive. I found a
Plus,
store in Israel that
all the
sells Steam
H1Bs are being
Machine
denied.
for $1,086. This seems very suspicious to me. I wouldn't buy it, by the way, Moogie.
The Steam Machine?
No, he said I found a store in Israel that sells Steam Machine at $1,086. It's not out
That
yet.
does sound all.
That's a bit sus. I would.
No. He goes there, he buys it, and like they just give him a Steam fucking engine. He's like, here.
Batfields is like, my wife's PC has a 1080.
It loads up Windows 98.
Oh my god.
Like,
You'll be gonna be playing old school Half-Life and Source games. I thought 1080 stopped getting updates after October this year. Yeah, then apparently they rescinded it, I think. Or, well, they rescinded some of it. I know
They have 3 more years of security updates, but PhysX is getting an update.
PhysX is getting support. The other reason why PhysX is getting support is because PhysX supports pretty much all the games of the last generation because it was a big trend thing. It was like ray tracing, except unlike ray tracing, PhysX affects particle simulation. So what's that? Particle simulation is liquid physics, which is very rare to see games use that, as well as like explosions and like, you know, when you shoot walls, like debris particles. It's basically something that affects the visuals of the game, more so than I think ray tracing does. Dynamically, at least.
they should said physics was good and ray tracing is garbage. So
PhysX was a gimmick, but I like PhysX.
They're coming out with new ray tracing abilities, but holy shit, like, it doesn't matter to me.
yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't.
Like, I'm playing, like, Cyberpunk 2077 again, and at that point, all of that development for the visuals of the game could have been put into actually just making the game fun.
mm-hmm.
Welcome to Stream Smudgy. Smudgy's been a loyal bucket fishing for 31 months. Smudging around. Ooh, it's Smudgy.
Yeah,
Ooh. The Steam hardware is not set for sale yet, Moogie, so don't trust it.
Oh
Says-
shit! I need to find the thing. Apparently, this is for Steam as a whole. I'm gonna find an article, but apparently, the entirety of the video game industry has lost money.
Nice. What was the cause for it? Just people not buying games as much?
It's so people buy 1 game a month on average,
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
and it doesn't matter the price of the game they buy; they only buy 1 game per month, even
Yep.
if things are on sale.
Because time. That's the big factor that people always forget. A player only has so much free time to actually play a video game to decompress during the day. And so they might only buy a game.
It's also funny because a lot of these new games are just going like, haha, we are live service. We are your second job. Also, based profile picture is smudgy, very based.
God damn it. Weeb.
Very base.
Bibito. 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 And then he looks at you.
I've never seen more base profile picture before.
So this study just came out. Apparently, Vice has covered it.
Let's go
Let me
grab
see what
it.
date it was. Yeah, October 8th. So let me find it. Put it here.
Give me that
There you go.
link, you dirty little slut. He's like, fuck. Slut by Gibbs. Say it to the world. He's so sad about it.
There you go.
There we go. Got it. U.S. gamers aren't buying video games anymore. New study reveals. A study revealed that a majority of video game sales are fueled by only 4% of players. In 2025, 63% of U.S. consumers are buying fewer games. A new study has revealed that most U.S. gamers are no longer buying video games. The surprising research revealed that the majority of game sales are supported by a small group of hardcore hobbyists. The Nintendo Switch 2's record-breaking sales may also be saving the industry. An interesting study from marketing research from Circada, I don't know how to pronounce that, recently revealed that gaming habits in the U.S. drastically shifting in 2025. The results were revealed by a prolific games industry expert, Matt Piscatella, on October 2 post on Blue Sky. Oof, cringe. The senior director of Circada explained that only 30% of U.S.-based gamers purchase 1 or 2 games per year. However, the even more, I mean, that's the casual gamers, so that's not too surprising. More surprising statistic is that 33% of gamers in the US don't buy any new games at all over a typical 12-month period. It's unclear if this is being impacted by subscription services such as Game Pass or the continued popularity of free-to-play games such as Roblox and Fortnite. Microtransactions in live service games, for example, aren't typically counted as game sales. Matt Piscatella went on to explain that most game sales in the industry are being fueled by hyper-enthusiasts. Hyper-enthusiasts, which would be like people like us, Chatfish. Price incentives, incentive players are really keeping things going, especially in the non-free-to-play gaming space. According to Sakata, Quarter 3, 2025, future of games, only 4% of US video game players buy a new game more often than once per month, with a third of players not buying any games at all. As a side note, I'm ashamed to admit it that my wife and I totally fit into this basket. Terrorist! Just scream at him, you know. So the big thing is this could be actually telling us a couple of trends here. As you know, gacha games and free-to-play games are booming right now. They were kind of on a bit of a lull period, but the ones from Japan and China are actually doing pretty well in the United States right now. And so those are booming. So it's impossible to know because the casual players will just migrate everywhere. And they'll just go to whatever's trending. And Fortnite's been trendy for a while lately. So it's more than likely, I think most people who are casual gamers might just be either sick of games because spending $70, $60 on a game that's just mid is not very fun. Like, it doesn't feel good. And most people are stuck on the Game Pass market thing still. So we're going to have to wait and see till those things are shook up a little bit before we really know. Damn.
And I think it's the whole point is that the AAA companies are going to die at this rate.
How they're managed? Definitely.
So not only this, Gibbs, but the overall industry, you know how at the beginning of the year they try to go like $100 games?
Mhm.
That failed miserably. And now they're competing against AA games like Silk Song. Well, I don't know. Is Silk Song considered AAA or AA?
Silk Song is considered, it is by Team Cherry, but they have Microsoft funding, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
So technically they're AAA. They're an indie team with AAA funding.
Yeah, I'm just gonna classify them as a AA team then. But they like Silk Song sold for $20,
Super cheap.
super cheap, and all the indie games around that time, fucking were packed up and went home for a month or so to get out from under Silk Song. Is release date because again, by this metric, by this study, only one game is bought per month at best.
Mm-hmm.
And so nobody wants to compete with Silk Song on that day.
Mm-hmm. Yes. There's a reason why games don't release on certain schedules. Damn it.
Like
Makes it
Titanfall.
Yep. People still to this day, it's very controversial to say this, but Titanfall released in between Call of Duty and Battlefield. And it suffocated it because there are only so many people that are interested in multiplayer shooters. And that does affect sales, no matter how you slice it. If your game releases and it doesn't release in a good window, you lost sales forever. There are people that just will not buy the game because there are some people that are like, they'll only buy it because it was out in the right time at the right moment. And people don't really understand that because people aren't really realizing the casual market. This is something that those over YouTuber analysts always make mistakes, or those hyper like things. Titanfall was always going to fail. It's like, no, it wasn't. Like Titanfall 2 would have succeeded if it had released in a good window. But the issue is that's not how the AAA market works. The AAA market, a game has to release in a good window and has to generate X amount of sales to recuperate losses. And if it doesn't, that team is then shuttered. And basically, its projects and plans are canceled. And they have to basically dial back. And that's incredibly important. Because if you don't release in the correct window, you're fucked. It's all about release windows. Whether you like the game, whether you don't, it does not matter. Your opinion is irrelevant. It's just about the release window, the initial sales, and how much money you generate to justify, are we going to continue staying this course or not? And if you fail that window, it doesn't matter if retrospectively you're successful because the gears that of motion have already started churning in a different way. That's how the AAA industry works. Because I know some
and then
people
not
don't
only
like it,
that-
but does it matter? Does it matter?
Yeah. Plus the I mean, at this rate, like most people aren't even going to buy the AAA games because there are so many good AA's on the horizon.
Yeah, there's so much. Like, it's not even funny. Like, genuinely, the upcoming games for next year look pretty solid. And also, like, when it comes to things like you have companies like Slytherin, a AA publisher, who's starting to actually swing better now and just produce better games. AA's, because the AAA side is not doing well, more people are going to AA's that have been around forever and giving them a chance. And that's giving them money and resource injections, which basically is allowing them to get more and more ambitious with each thing they do. So
There's
you're
also
going to see AA's start growing.
there's also the whole thing of like people are ignoring that new games, especially like from AAA studios, even if you have a mid-end PC, if you are a casual, you're more likely to have a mid-end PC. And I have like a little lower than mid-end PC, and I was running a new game, new game quote unquote 2 years ago on low, and I still black screened the other day because of like bad optimization and stuff like that. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Yeah, no, that does happen. I mean, the big thing is when it comes to optimization, that's a bit of a different other basket. But that's also what's really hurting the Unreal Engine. Like the most successful game on the Unreal Engine right now is Arc Raiders, and that is purely due to the fact that Arc Raiders disabled a lot of the core features that Unreal forces on. And because those features are disabled, the game's performance is significantly better. I played Arc Raiders. It's not my cup of tea, but it does run the best I've ever seen an Unreal game ever run in my entire life. It almost doesn't. I almost didn't believe that the game was running as well as it was. It's like, this doesn't feel right. It's not. But that's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're looking at a pretty good era coming up, because with all of the AAAs running for the most unoptimized garbage games, all the AA's are trying to finesse what they have, and I think they're going to come out on top.
Yep.
Like they're gonna start getting a lot more of the lion's share
Of the
and
profits.
it'll drive down sloppy, creations.
Yep. Because we
what
got
seconds,
a
yeah.
couple AA's on the rise. Slytherin is an old guard, has been around a long time. It's growing. We've got Hooded Horse, which is a relatively new guy to the block, and they're picking up a lot of major big IPs, and they're pushing hard into the market. And we've even got some other little AA's as well starting to like appear out of the corner of like things with bigger projects, because it does seem that the AA's are having a bit of a chance, and the AA's, because the AAA's are so focused on like $70 price points with like these ridiculous marketing schemes, or they're sabotaging their games. Like Doom the Dark Ages and Indiana Jones the Great Circle were both sabotaged by the Games Pass system. The games did not perform well in sales, and that was again entirely due to the fact that they overpriced the games, and they put them on the Games Pass, which means it snuffed out any sales it should have gotten. And so those games just didn't sell as well as they should have. Both games are actually pretty decent, but again, they way underperformed what they should have done, just on a regular day.
I have a one little addendum to that. On the Indiana Jones side, I'm pretty sure that like the last two movies did a lot of service to the game, because
Well, the marketing was also bad. Like that's another factor too, because the Indiana Jones Great Circle game came out this year, and it was really good, genuinely surprisingly good, and like nobody talked about it. Nobody talked about it. Its marketing was terrible. They didn't do a good job of marketing the game. People thought it was going to be woke, and it really wasn't. And it just like it came out and it was good, and it just kind of nobody bought it, nobody tried it, because again, the damage kind of was already done to what was actually a decent game. And so the game is going to be one of those forgotten gems. Or not forgotten gems, but one of those gems people will remember, like, oh, that was nice, why did they make more of that? Well, it's probably going to be a one and done game if I had to guess. Now, it did get a lot of content support though, to be fair. So, yeah. Doom Dark Ages was also pretty damn good too. Good is debatable? No, it's not debatable. I played Indiana Jones Great Circle game. It's genuinely good. Genuinely good.
The only thing I would debate, I don't think it's a bad game, but I think that like they should have tried to either wait a little bit or release it sooner, because they released it in a year where people are going like, this game has one little woke thing, the whole game is woke, and like, and they don't buy it. You gotta
Well, that
like
happens.
that.
That's going to happen from now to the ends of time. Because if you're talking about like culture, the culture is supercharged right now because there's been a lot of infiltrations into the games industry that happened in 2008 and 9, around that ballpark, when it was starting to blow up big, and those infiltrations resulted in a collapse point where you have a bunch of games that got super woke. You had DEI programs, you had Sweet Baby Inc., and all these corporations pushed all these things, and you still have that echoing and resonating even today. And so anytime you see any sort of thing with anything like an LGBTQ thing, it's an immediate red flag, because you're just like, oh my god, it's politically charged. It's got DEI
Yeah,
funding.
no.
They're not focusing on what's fun. They're focusing on making it this political message, and everybody is super duper sick of that. Nobody cares about what your message is. People just want to have a good game and a fun game. And if you can't succeed at being fun, then people don't want to waste their time and money. And the problem is every game historically that has done that has been either okay at best or terrible at worst. And so people are just sick of it. People don't want to buy it. People don't want to give it a chance. And so any moment there's a whiff of it, you see it. You also see that happening right now with AI. This is a current trend, where if somebody puts AI in their game, it's dead on arrival. DOA. Like, it's basically, there's only a couple of instances where it worked, and it was Arc Raiders. And it was only because it didn't use AI. They had used their own in-house AI with the consent of the VAs and everything, and they went through all the hoops that we talked about. And because they went through the hoops, there was no fags when there were people upset, so no one's going to be angry. Again, if you use AI, you're going to have to do it very sneakily, and you're going to have to do it very carefully. Like Arc Raiders, just like what I said, or not at all.
I want overly blatant AI in games. I want Dagoth levels AI.
Ah, yes. It's
In
one
my
of the
game.
reasons I love Wild Assault, because they had the AI sounding voices.
God
People were
damn.
complaining, I was like, I just think it's very funny.
I want Dagoth lampooning, whatever my character's doing the entire time.
Whatever race
As a
you
Khajiit.
picked. Get your cloud ass shoes out of here. Or cloud ass feet. Because you got those long fucking feet.
Casual Dagoth racism.
The only reason why the Dwemer are cool and fucking goddamn Elder Scrolls is because of that character.
Mm-hmm. Is he actually funny in the game? I never reached the end of the game.
Let's see. Kib's image you buy. Image. I think he means imagine. Imagine you buy a game while you meet requirements of hardware and have 10 FPS. Beto, we don't need to inspect every tree to notice forest. Damn. But yeah, so
I
like
know.
when it comes to the what do you call it? Like, yeah. The big problem is that, yeah, you read the specs on a game and you're like, okay, my PC should run this. And then you buy it and then you play it and you're like, oh my god, it runs like fucking ass. It's just lagging and chopping around and shit and crashing. It doesn't feel good, right? Nobody likes that. It's like before the massive Slim patch that made Helldivers 2 20 gigs. Like, Helldivers 2 is running like potatoes. Like
23 gigabytes gives.
Yeah, that's how big it was. They slashed off over 100 gigs of file size. That's insane. That's the first game in the AAA industry to have done that successfully, by the way.
That just tells you how fucked their coding was in the first place.
Yep. They also had to get a volunteer from the community to help, who's like, hey, I can help. And they're like, okay. And it was the first time a AAA company had actually seen a volunteer and then said, yeah, sure, you could help. And then gave him a chance.
Did
Again.
they pay him?
I believe so.
Pay him? Probably. I would. Fuck. It was worth the money.
Yeah, because he
Yeah,
was
that's
working
what-
alongside the Arrowhead team. I mean, realistically, they should give that guy a job.
Yeah.
He should be employed at Arrowhead now to foresee all future games so they don't have that problem in the future. Because I'd do that if I was in charge of Arrowhead. And don't give me that they don't have money crap. That company is rolling in dough. They produce so much money every warbot, it's not even funny.
They have money to LARP. They have money to hire good coders.
Well, if you look at this, they had time. They had enough money to take time to stop producing content
And focus on fixing the game.
Fixing the game. That's how much money they made.
Yeah, Arrowhead is rolling in cash. Regardless of whatever their future takes them, they are a massive game developer now. They may have started as like a tiny AA under Sony's umbrella sized company, but they are now a Bungie level studio. They are huge. They are chubby. Well, they're like Bungie in their prime right now. I'll have to see how that holds up, by the way, because big teams always have logistical problems in the end. Helldivers 2 has generated over $1 billion gross, $1.3 billion in profit. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of fucking dosh. And it's still pulling in dope mud buds every day.
Profit.
1.3 gross is not that.
It's not profit.
Zootopia got 1 billion gross.
That's a movie. It's a bit different than a fucking video game. Different market, Mino. Different market.
Different production costs.
Yes.
The entirety of the fucking Zootopia was CGI.
So is Ubisoft, says Dragonblaw.
Hey, Gregors. How are you doing?
You're welcome, stream.
So, also, Gibbs, I have 2 more links to
You little
add to
racist.
the pile, but don't have to show them yet.
Okay, so we can go at the normal conjunction. Oh, that's actually some good news. That's actually happy news.
Yeah.
Happy.
There's some definitely light at the end of the tunnel. If anybody deserved it, he did. Alright, so let's see. We'll, continue. Where were we? Alright, so I found this article, literally just now, by the way. Well, like a few minutes ago, because I saw it. And I had to pull it up, because I have to. It's Half-Life 3. I'm interested, and I don't care.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Half-Life 3 will be a Steam Machine launch title, says journalist Valve, aiming for spring 2026. I want to believe. I mean, okay, so Half-Life 3 being announced at the Game Awards was unlikely because I don't think Gabe gives a shit about the Game Awards. So that's not surprising. Plus, the Steam Awards are actually better than the Game Awards, which we will talk about the Game Awards in this stream, by the way, because there's some serious fucking shenanigans when it came to how they hand out awards. It's not that. It's like their categorization system. Like they put genres that aren't even the same genres in the same category. Like strategy had Sims, or it had Civilization, turn-based 4X games. It had tactics games in there. It had real-time strategies and RTTs. And it's like these things, all 4 of them, should not be in the same category competing with each other because they have different markets.
Why are they doing that?
Because they're trying to get through it as fast as possible. They don't care.
They're trying to reduce how many rewards they give out.
But
they don't want to get rid of the ones that are useless, like games for impact, which is just games for woke.
Yeah,
for woke game.
Yeah, because they do
games.
that. Oh my God, Skilly, you're triggering me. But you're right. You're right. No, 1 second. Don't my dude me. So the big thing is that the games. So they don't even have the correct categories. They're having games compete with each other for the same category, which is just bullshit. And they don't even have things like KCD is competing with fucking Expedition 33. These games aren't even like they're different types of RPGs. They're different subcats. They cannot compete with each other because that's just literally, it's not fair to Expedition. It's not fair to KCD. They just don't belong in the same categories. They cannot compete with each other. Just matter of fact. And
goddamn it.
And they shut up, Bino. And they have fucking award. They have a fucking awards where it's like games for impact, and they have a whole section dedicated to woke DEI crap. And like, this is games for little girls, and little girls made games. It's like, oh, but what about little boys? Well, fuck them. As somebody who was a little kid and a little boy growing up and was fucking trying to make video games, do you know what kind of organizations existed to help me? None. There was no organizations. There wasn't anything.
Kid looks at the Chatfish and says, "I was once a little boy.
I was a little child."
There is a way, kids. Just identify as a woman, and then you can qualify for a lot of those things.
That whole thing wasn't a trend back then. That was made up recently.
You can still do it now.
Well, to be honest, like I think this Game Awards was very telling that
It
like,
was a sham.
The first Game Award that they put out the presenter was so uninterested that she fucked up the nomination.
Yeah, she
Like,
skipped
she
over
forgot
a
to-
name of one of the nominees. Like it's just
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
She's like, ah, fuck this shit. It's like,
She's like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. We already decided
cares?
behind the scenes who gets what.
They hate you and they want you to know it.
Yeah.
It's basically the entirety of the Game Awards.
Didn't Half-Life Alex retcon some stuff? Yes, technically. The G-Man's like a god in terms of his powers now that we know. He has like fucking Goku level powers, like it's insane. And also, Eli Vance lives. He's actually alive because the G-Man has the ability to stop time. So the G-Man's literally a god, by the way.
He's
Literally.
just an
don't
extra
know.
dimensional being.
Yes.
I don't know who the G-Man is.
They basically
G-Man's
established
so
his
much
powers to
too.
be insanely powerful.
Like we already knew he was very powerful.
We
didn't
knew he
know
was,
like,
but we didn't.
godly, though.
We didn't see him have the ability to change reality.
We didn't know he was floating baby levels of power.
Yeah, pretty much. Right, Bobo. But yeah. All right, so like Half-Life 3 seems to be yeah, this kind of makes sense. Now, it's a launch title that says journalist, so take it with a pinch of salt. But I could believe Half-Life 3 being a launch title for the GameCube because it should. Usually whenever they
makes
do
sense.
big techs, they have something to launch it. And what better game to launch the GameCube than fucking Half-Life 3? If anything's going to
They
sell
would
the
need to
GameCube, it'd be
change a lot.
this.
They would need to change how it plays, to be honest, though. They would need to move out of the whack, whack, whack with the fucking crowbar.
Well, they're going to. So they're going to have to. I mean, they absolutely have to. Like, even when I played Half-Life Alyx, it wasn't whack whack with the crowbar. It was, you could use like a crowbar to like slap a fucking crab out of the air, which was funny.
Half-Life Alex was a fucking VR game. I don't think they're going to make Half-Life 3 a VR game, Gibbs.
No, they're not. It's going to be mouse and keyboard. It might be VR compatible, though.
Oh, look, kids, you got money.
Jano Berries donates 25 Polish bucks. Says, for me, Half-Life 3 was confirmed when ending of Alex changed stuff in the ending, episode 2. No need to do that if you're going to do anything. Yes. I mean, they intentionally sequel baited Half-Life Alyx with Half-Life 3 at the end to be bastards. It literally ends where you get to play as Gordon Freeman for like 5 seconds.
What if it picks up? What if Half-Life 3 picks up right after that?
That's probably what's going to happen because it literally, the end of Half-Life Alyx is you get up and you're next to Eli Vance and he's not dead. And he's like, Eli Vance is like, where's my daughter? You got to help me get my daughter back. And then Gordon Freeman grabs the crowbar and he's like, slaps her like, yeah, gonna beat the shit out of something. And then it ends. Like sequel baited to high hell. Matt Blankenbacher donates $2 and says the Rubik's GameCube would be nice if combinable. You could just slap more together to increase their power.
There's a way to create a cooperative like processing PC thing in the net. It's really interesting, but I don't think the Steam machine's capable of doing that.
Wrong, Blake. I'm on my Hopium arc until the GameCube launches. And then when it launches and there's no Half-Life 3,
$1,000.
I'll just be laying on the ground dead. Shriveled up like a
What if,
raisin.
you know what, Gibbs? I will get the GameCube for you,
Are you gonna...
and then I won't play it though. I'll just get it.
You'll just get it and you'll just be like...
The only way to get Half-Life 3 would be to buy a GameCube.
Oh my god!
That would be fine.
That would be
Just
so
get
cruel.
The Steam keys are with the fucking GameCube.
It's genius. It's scummy, but it's genius.
That would be a way to sell the GameCube.
I mean, it's what saved Xbox was Half-Life. Or not Half-Life, Halo. They literally
Yeah.
was like, Halo's exclusive for just Xbox. It's what sold the 360. Everybody wanted to get the saw the Believe trailer and the fucking trailers and was like, the 360 just exploded. It's why the Xbox 360 dominated the market of 7th gen. It dethroned PlayStation during that era. Wild shit. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens with the GameCube. Check GameCube. All right.
Well.
Next up.
Look,
GTA
chat.
6.
Grand Theft Auto 6.
Grand Theft Auto was delayed. Well, now
Again?
really. Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set to launch on November 19th, 2026. On Thursday, 19th, we are sorry for adding additional time to what we realize has been a long wait, but these extra months will allow us to finish the game with the level of polish you have come to expect and deserve. They cannot launch this in a scuffed state, is the reality. And if they do, if they launch it like Cyberpunk 2077, Rockstar Games will just be a hollow husk of what it once was in terms of, like, IP. We want to thank you again for your patience and support. While the wait is a little longer, we are incredibly excited for players to experience the sprawling state of Leonida. Leonida? What is this, like femboy Greece now? And a return to modern-day Vice City. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. Winky face. Just... It will launch. It's just gonna be one of those things that they continue to delay it. I don't particularly care because I have yet to see anything about it that makes me go like, oh, I want to play this so bad. Like, I don't think I care about the story. If the sandbox was really fun and Bucky and I could go and rob Chumba at a gas store, like, that'd be funny. Like, then I'd be happy. But it's not. The problem with Grand Theft Auto is like it always feels like it's super hollow, and there's not a lot to do in that game. Well, while it seemingly seems like you should be able to do a lot. Like, you should be able to do... It should be like a life sim game is what I expect it to be, I guess. But it never is. It's like... Not quite. Red Dead Redemption 2 was kind of close to that going into the immersive sim aspect where you had to buy stuff from the shelves and stuff like that. And skin animals and, like, take the hides back and stuff. So who knows?
Star Citizen. Life sim.
Star Citizen is a life sim. I watched you guys play it. Fucking little crap meters.
I hate that game.
Gregor says GTA 6 will be experienced as many delays as VTM 2. Damn. Cyberpunk 77 feels terribly empty to me. Yes, if you're not engaging with the side quests or just doing objectives in Cyberpunk 2077, you're just walking around, the game is empty. Because there isn't anything to do in the game. They made a massive world that's actually terribly empty. And that's one of Cyberpunk 77's ultimate failures. Now, we'll have to see what they do with the next Cyberpunk game, which is apparently in development. And hopefully Johnny Silverhead has nothing to do with it, because I'm so sick of that fucking character.
There's also that new Cyberpunk game called No Law.
You mean No Fish? Got him. Like, ooh.
That was announced at the Game Awards.
So yeah, you know, Grand Theft Auto delayed. What does this mean for Grand Theft Auto, for those fishies that care? Who could say? Who could say? Does this mean that, you know, behind the scenes it's a development hell? I don't think so, but I don't know. I don't get the bad juju vibes from, like, Cyberpunk 2077 like I do with this game. I just get the feeling that it's probably going to come out, it's going to be on the levels of Grand Theft Auto 5 or maybe a little bit below, and if it's below the levels of what made 5, it will be not received well. It has to at least exceed what 5 has set up for expectations, at the very minimum. And then we'll see what happens. Next video game is a picture. The creature catching RPG. God damn it. Why was this not next to the article that was related?
I don't know why you didn't put it next to the thing, because you should probably read what you have linked.
Well, yeah, so there's a new creature capture game for the new fishies that arrived. It's called Animu.
We already just covered it, but it's a free-to-play game.
Yeah, it's going to be free to play. There's no upfront
You don't even have to
cost.
buy it.
It's going to have microtransactions, presumably for its profitability, which is smart. It's going to be mostly appealing to women, and women generally have a higher tolerance threshold for microtransactions. So it should be fine. Probably will do well. As long as they don't pull an Enzio. Enzio is the other game that came out recently for women. And it was a life sim. It was supposed to compete with Sims, and it completely failed. Because it was super hollow. And Enzio shows no sign of recovery, by the way. I think Enzio is a total loss. All right, next.
So, it's free to. The game will be free to play, and how much you want to bet on one of the microtransactions is you have to pay money for the in-universe Pokeballs.
We'll see. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna go that hard. Enzio, not Enzio. I know, fucking stupid prick.
Enzio, yeah.
Rick was one of the women that like got tricked by Enzo. Like...
Oh, fuck it. I'm not gonna get ad revenue from this anyways. I don't care.
Play the Tool song, kid.
It's a Tool song, Jet. Whoop.
It's got Tool.
So we got a new game coming out called Warlock. It's got 6 in it from Battlestar Galactica. So she's much older now.
old lady.
It's strange that she hasn't really been doing a whole lot. She was in Command and Conquer, and that was kind of it. After Battlestar Galactica, she played one of the Hand of Nod and like generals or
Wasn't she
something.
doing something else? Pretty much the same thing.
Featherfish.
Yes, this is a Dungeons and
Holy shit, it's
Dungeons and
Jafar.
Dragons game.
Those Jaffa kids. We gotta fight them.
Jaffa. Jaffa Green. The Emperor's like, whoa! And he flies backwards.
You're playing a warlock, so you gotta use Eldritch Blast.
It is very nice, dude.
It's the only spell that they add to the game is the Eldritch Blast. And if you complain, you're banned from the game.
Wow.
But I paid for it. It's like,
I want to be a
okay.
kobold that can use pack tactics and Eldritch Blast, so I 100%
No,
hit every time.
all you're gonna get is Eldritch Blast. and
So
you're gonna play a
let's
fiend.
read about this video game, you little chat whores. Now, can Wizards of the Coast turn Dungeons and Dragons into Star Wars? What the fuck? Who wrote this? A singular universe where countless stories and countless genres can be told? Who wrote this? Genuinely, who? Do you not know that Dungeons and Dragons games have been that way already? Oh my god, this guy doesn't even fucking
It's
know.
ChatGPT.
Not
wrote this,
modern
why are you
D&D
asking?
kids.
Yeah, because like I will say, what is Icewind Dale? What is Baldur's Gate 1 and 2? What is like Neverwinter Nights? Those are all in the
Yeah,
Dungeons
you-
and Dragons universe. Planescape Torment as well. Like
If
I'm
you're
not
talking about
super.
old D&D.
You're talking about the ancient history, my dude.
I know,
Modern
but like
D&D is very different.
I know, but old D&D like Dark Alliance, like all these things I just mentioned are video games that were all in the Dungeons and Dragons like IP and universe, just like different realms or whatever. Whatever. Fucking kill myself. All right, so let's skip that because he's just talking about can it work in Star Wars? From Dark Alliance to Warlock's more singular gameplay experience. Invoke Studios itself is relatively new, but far from inexperienced. The Montreal-based developers, oh no, they're French, is built from the team formerly known as Took Games. Never familiar with these guys. Founded in 2012 and acquired by Wizards of the Coast as part of the publisher's growing investment into AAA game development. The studio has grown to roughly 180 people, which is a relatively sizable team. Hatem says many of whom have spent years making action-adventure titles like Together. They didn't list any what they made. That's kind of in the DNA of the studio and our expertise. Hatem, so we felt like taking the D&D brand into that space was a great way to make a quality game with our skill set. Their previous
What skill
projects
set?
is 2021's Dungeons and Dragons: The Dark Alliance game. Was pitched as a spiritual successor to the early 2000s Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance games, but it ultimately shared little DNA with its predecessor, and players found its ambitions stretching further than its execution. Ooh, that's not particularly good. Wizards delisted the game earlier this year, making it playable only offline for existing owners. A short epilogue for a big swing. Yeah, that's okay. So the track record is not great. With Warlock, Hatem emphasizes a much sharper focus from both gameplay and story instead of evoking the sprawling improvisational freedom of TTRPG. Invoke is honing in on a single class fantasy. So they're going to focus their skill set down and be less ambitious, which is probably for the best considering how the last time that went.
I wouldn't mind a singular story play game with you just being a warlock or something,
Yeah, and then you're just a warlock, and the whole game is framed around you being
or
a
just
warlock.
or ranger or something, and then towards the end of it, you like form up a team with other people, but you don't play as them.
Yeah, like companion characters, sort of like Mass Effect
Yeah.
or Dungeons and Dragon Age.
Yeah, and that would be fun.
And a brand new character. If we try to do too much with what D&D can offer, then we get scattershot, he says. Focus is always something to strive for and being really on a clear vision of what we want to build. It really is about finding the fun of what is specific to your game. I mean, that's true. Just hopefully you do a better job of it this time.
Plus, if they do it like this, they have like 16 different characters that they could do this for. Like a barbarian.
Yeah, they
or
could just make a
even a
barbarian
fighter.
theme game, and then you're just a fucking barbarian around. You can only
hit
play as a
totem
warlock,
barbarian.
but the magic system will be everything. So that means they're going to fully flesh it out. So why a warlock? For Hadam, the answers come from decades of fascination in D&D. Warlocks have a really high charisma stat, he says, that kind of person that walks into a room and everyone stops talking and pays attention. They're able to convince some of the most powerful beings in the world to bestow magical powers on them. What kind of person is this? I wanted to ask that and craft that experience of becoming a warlock. That question shaped Katri, the game's protagonist. She's an ex-warrior and weapons master whose preference draws, and I get why they did that, by the way, so you could actually use melee weapons. Draws on characters like Furiosa from Mad Max Fury Road and Vanessa Ives from Penny Dreadful. I don't know who that is. The
gang member.
Okay. The latter,
18th century.
especially for her. Strange and unnatural and not very clean magic. Hadam jokes the game's dark fantasy vibe is a far cry from Gandalf in a pointy wizard hat. So we should expect a dark fantasy game that has nothing to do. There should be no Marvel humor in this.
So, sure.
Invoke isn't confirming the exact location of Warlock just yet, though Hadam says longtime D&D players are going to recognize potentially the location and some of the characters, newcomers, meanwhile won't need decades of lore to follow. Katri's story, everything you need to know to play the game is going to be taught with the game, he says, which is what every game should do. Because, well, unless you're a sequel, then you
It
should
should be Waterdeep.
You think it's gonna be in Waterdeep?
Yep. And that's the only place that, like, grungy, dark fucking setting is going to be able to take place.
All right, Bucky's calling it Waterdeep, boys. Let's see.
But is it going to be dark though? Because most dark games I see coming out nowadays, they look like things that like my 9-year-old self could have made worse. You know, like.
Your 9-year-old self is probably also a furry.
Yeah. Now, where Warlock
No.
diverges sharply from similar sounding games is how it treats magic. As Hadam sees it, many action titles boil spellcasting down to colored projectiles or area of effect blasts. Invoke wants something more systemic, closer to the improvisational I'm having a hard time here.
Improvisational.
Spirit of
I know.
tabletop, but still within the handcrafted framework. There's always a straightforward way to use these spells, Hadam explains, but what we're asking players to do is think creatively with the magic. There's utility baked into all these spells. My God, they're taking a page from the Kibian book. Utility.
So
The-
let me show you something, Gibbs.
Purity.
You played Cyberpunk 2077?
Yeah.
It's quick hacks.
Oh. That's not
You see this
particularly
fire
amazing.
spell. You can use this fire spell to start a fire and boil
It's
them
quick
in the
hacks,
water.
Gibbs. You'll be able to affect different things like quickly with the button in a drop down menu.
Damn. That they can use to solve environmental challenges, traverse the world, uncover secrets, and fight monsters in unconventional ways. The team's favorite moments in testing come when players combine spells experimentally and solve challenges their own way. That blend of structure and agency is how Invoke hopes to honor the tabletop heritage without chasing the impossible one-to-one adaptation. So this raises the question, are you basically making an immersive sim? And if so, will this be your last game? Because the description that this game is getting right now sounds a lot like Prey 2017, sounds a lot like Deus Ex. You're going to be a set character with set abilities, and you can kind of branch within those abilities, but that's what you're going to do, right? And it's very much, you have these tool sets, and you have multiple approaches, but you can use these tool sets, so it's going to be very much like Prey, Deus Ex, System Shock, is what I'm expecting. Which, actually, I'm
problem.
all for an immersive sim. That would be great.
Gibbs,
What?
do you think they're just going to ignore the foundational abilities of the game world? And they're going to allow you to use warlock abilities fucking every few seconds instead of it being like 6 or 7 times a day?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're gonna have to change that because otherwise you only get to use spells 6 or 7 times a day. Yeah, I forgot D&D mages are actually trash. Oh my god.
D&D mages are like gunmen that carry only a few bullets.
Like pew
you know?
pew pew, and then like, well, I'm
5
useless
bullets.
now.
Yep. Well, but you
Level
know,
up. I get to carry 6 bullets.
I count
like,
6 shots.
until they become level 20, and then like I have 6 bullets from the GLOAT. I have 3 nuclear warheads over here. Wait. But go. You know what I mean?
Despite working under Wizards of the Coast, where many projects are cooking at once, Invoke is building Warlock with autonomy and access. And we'll see about that. I see recently they've been like, oh, we got so much autonomy now, because it's been so often that it keeps coming out that like these studios meddle too much and they never get any free breathing room. I mean, look at fucking VTM Bloodlines 2. That was the Chinese room had no wiggle room because Paradox wouldn't let them fucking do what they wanted.
Yeah. So, chat. If you don't understand this, what they're gonna have to do is make magic casters ungodly powerful in the setting just to make it interesting to play. Because even up to like level 20, you only get a set number of spells you can cast per day, or per long rest, or whatever. And at that point, you would just rush in an army to take out the greatest magic caster in the world.
Yeah.
And you could do it. You could pull it off.
Just like literally use up their stuff on chaff and then just like kill them. It's like there, boom, gone.
Yeah. And then in this, they're gonna make every fuckface no name magic caster a nuclear bomb in the setting to make this work.
Put that in the chat, Bino. We can show it.
I
Bino
put
made a
it in the
meme. He wishes to
Bino
show
go
Chatfish.
Bino go sweet. Oh, the opium.
This is pretty damn good.
That's pretty fucking good. That's
That's
actually really good.
that is a good job.
chat.
that
Did
I
you
didn't
guys-
draw all. I didn't draw all of it, but
Okay, that's pretty good though.
hope
He
you.
just put his hat on it.
Hope. That is
The
pretty much the
hopium.
reality. Yes. T4 just do doctor there.
Fucking rabbit, the bottom.
Yeah, the rabbit is one of my favorite memes recently.
Everyone's taps the
Gross
watch.
feature room.
I don't know why the rabbit came out, but like I like it too.
So the rabbit, like you see a lot of times where you know what the wall is, Pino?
Yeah, I know. I understand the meme. I just don't know like why it exploded right now. Like what, where it's from, but like it's funny.
Goddamn
Do you know
hopium.
what the wall means?
The wall?
Yes.
When you hit the wall?
Yes.
I'm old and sad.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what the meme means.
The
The wall comes for everybody.
Yep, everybody who's died has been through it, well, at least once. At least once.
It's more in line with women aging is the wall, but yes.
Yes, it's because they, unlike men, like men age like wine, women age like cheese. Isn't that the saying? Or is it milk? I can't remember.
Milk. I think milk is
Yeah,
the one you're
What was
looking
the
for.
saying? Why don't you
But I don't
remind
think
me?
that's accurate either.
Am I a sage?
Yes, Gibbs, you have sagely advice.
Yeah, but what is the quote exactly? But come on, Bucky, I know you know it.
No, I'm not helping you with this one. We're just gonna let it sit like that.
See, he
Anything
can't.
like cheese.
He
it
can't.
is.
Make him
He
look
can't
bad.
answer it. No. See, we're trying to bait Bucky to say something clippable that we can send to somebody. Because
Gibbs, how long do you think cheese can last in a given area?
centuries, actually.
Yes, you fucking idiot.
That's why it's milk.
Yes.
Just
you idiot.
game. I know. I intentionally got it wrong because I was trying to bait you, but you were
Oh
being
yes,
coy.
I was just pretending to be retarded.
Damn
So
it.
Kibbs is curdled? Yes, Kibbs is curdled.
Yes.
Curdled chatfish. Like, whoa, gross. Right back into the internet edge.
Gibbs' milk.
So yeah,
is
Warlock
curdled.
might be interesting. If they make it into a line of an immersive sim, this could be cool. But the issue is that again, Bucky mentions like if it's to be lore accurate, you're only going to get to fire a few spells and then you're basically useless.
I bet you're gonna have the Skyrim effect of having casting ability in one hand and a weapon in the other.
I just want a big,
It'll just be fun.
silver-haired elf bitch. That's all I'm asking for.
We're just gonna go back to fucking playing Bioshock. That's what this is. They're just
You
gonna
can't
be
get-
doing
you can't play.
Bioshock again.
Bioshock.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't play an elf because it's literally stated you're like a warrior fighter, and you've seen your character in the game. She's a human.
She's a human.
But as long as she's big-titted and hot,
Ha.
alright.
Well, she's based on
gonna be-
the actress who played Six from Battlestar Galactica. She's
Yeah,
not
so
big
how old
titted,
is
but
this-
she's cute.
Okay, so but how old is she?
I don't know how
Old.
old is she.
The
Like-
actress herself has looked old.
Yeah, she's a
She
former
counts.
model.
Just skip forward until you find
Yeah,
it.
but their corpse is 200
you need
years
to
old
play
that
the
were
trailer from the
former
beginning
models.
so we can
you
hear
know?
my shadow.
Damn it.
Here goes my hero.
Here, you know what? I'm gonna help. I'm just gonna Google the actress.
Damn, Kib is late.
I don't like when Kibbs does smart things.
Now she doesn't look like this anymore because she's obviously older. But this
It's
is
fake news then.
Trisha Helfer, is I think her name.
Okay, what's her age then? Let me look for it.
Why does it matter what her age is? She's gonna look like her character in the game.
It's also a 3D model, so it kind of looks more like her, like when she was in Battlestar Galactica. The only reason why I particularly remember her in particular because they took an awful risk with the TV show by hiring a former model as an actress, because that's always like a, a crapshoot. Like they're either going to turn out to be able to be good at acting or they're not going to be. And she was actually pretty good. In fact, she I think was one of the stronger characters of the show, if I remember right.
She's 51 years old. I hope the thing is
She
her
old.
voice might be kind of weird in a young body.
Okay, well hold up. The voice actor for Ash Ketchum is like 60 or 70 something.
In
Yeah.
your country, not in mine.
Oh my God, Bino!
Mention May.
No one cares about your third world nation. He's like, ooh.
Yeah. Your fucking opening song for Knights of the Zodiac isn't even the same for ours.
L Dog says the fact that you can't choose class is a big negative. Well, the big thing is that if you're making a hyper-specific story, you shouldn't be able to choose classes, but you should be able to build your character within that class. Does that make sense?
You could be a pack binder, a what is it, a cursed weapon user, or a tome.
And because the game is going to be
Warlock.
specifically designed around the concept of you being that class, it should be, on paper, very well designed. Trisha Helfer also voiced Kerrigan in StarCraft 2. She did. She did a good job.
Okay, well that's not bad.
She's got a good voice.
yeah.
The big thing about Trisha Helfer is her voice is actually very good. It's one of her strongest traits. Like, she's got this very charismatic, very seductive, like, voice with how she talks. It's what made her character so interesting as a Cylon, because she was a seductress style character. She's like, what the fuck? That's like science. And it's like, yep, it's science shit.
So for this Warlock game, though, any mention at all about what kind of deity you'd have a pact with?
No. There was no mention of that.
Because I guarantee you it'll probably be an evil one or something.
Well, you're a
But
warlock.
what if we want to be a lawful... Yeah, what about a lawful good Warlock?
What the fuck? There's no such thing.
Actually, no, it's the modern day.
The fuck
They're gonna
is-
make the deity missing.
Did
Yeah,
you-
it'll be perceived as evil, misunderstood.
So this is an article
Might-
Squealy the Deadbeat grabbed that no one's gonna care about. It's probably some fucking overhaul for a Bethesda game that's gonna be ass. It's always that, isn't it, Squealy? Squealy, look at me!
Souls-like.
Play it.
It's a Minecraft Souls-like.
We're gonna kill Squealy. It's Fallout New Vegas mod because it's
Oh.
orange. It's so
You can tell because it's orange.
It's Fallout New
Everyone's
Vegas in Fallout
talking
4.
Vegas, but no one's really talking about the road to Vegas.
Nothing like some music to drown out the sounds of gunfire and geckos.
My God, it has no filter. This color.
Filter on.
Disgusting.
It looks visually better.
Are you looking
I hate the filter.
That has a filter in there.
He may not let us out
That's
as
a
easily as he lets us in.
Because he's using the cons location.
Motherfucker rebranded to
filter.
make a quick buck off the war with the Legion.
They've custom voice work.
A damn spaceship disguised as a convenience store.
Reggie.
I don't feel bad.
may not buy happiness, but with it, you can be miserable in comfort.
I mean caps, right?
Welcome to Fort West.
No, the NCR use cash.
Oh yeah, okay. Fair enough.
It won't be easy, but no worthy cause ever is.
100 voice actors, 11,000 lines of dialogue, 20 hours of content.
Well, that sure is a dead body there, boss.
For all intents and purposes.
They horizontally flip that.
Becker is
Words are
my
backwards.
They are still working within the fucking Bethesda's game engine, so
The game
it's a
reel.
little limited. Okay.
Love that.
It looks better than base Fallout, so.
Is rich.
The question is, are they going to do any weird fucking fetishes in this, or is it going to actually be normal?
I haven't heard anything negative about Drywells, which was their previous project. But
So they've hidden it well this time.
They've hit it well.
they know their fetishes somewhere.
That was an ugly side by
What the hell
side.
do you know about expansion?
So this is essentially a project that some not game developers, like mod developers have been working on for a while now, called Long 15, which goes over the location of the Long 15 from Fallout New Vegas. They did a previous one for Drywells, which was the Legion expansion they did for Fallout.
So this might actually be decent, because they have a decent track record.
I haven't played Drywells, nor have I even started 15.
The one thing I will
so
say is this
can't say
mod
I'm
overhaul is a bit more focused, which was what made fucking Chatfish's Frontier so bad. Frontier was way too ambitious, and because it had no oversight, mod teams were allowed to write whatever they wanted, doing their parts, and so it just led to crash.
The main writer was able to do whatever the fuck he wanted, so you had scaly shit in it. Yes.
Yeah. Gross. So, like, yeah, the big thing is just making sure that they can actually do, actual oversight, be respectful to the setting. I mean, this is as good as you're going to get as a new Fallout game. Probably. We'll have to see what happens, though. Seems like it was well received. Came out a day ago. Does not have the fanfare of Frontier, but then again, Frontier was also hyper controversial.
Yep.
Why?
Frontier was popular for all the wrong reasons, unfortunately.
So
I don't know what those reasons are, so I don't.
we have a Metroid 4 review from Beyond. Was this a leak or something?
No, that's just the reviews of everybody saying, whether or not Metroid was good or not for the game that just came out.
Open Critics
Yeah,
82, 84% recommend, 31 reviews in total. Metacritic gave it an 80 over 100, 32 reviews in total. And then the usuals like 9, 8.5, 8.5, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. That was the lowest 3 out of 5 by VGC.
Yeah. And then basically, like, some people are complaining about there being NPCs in the game. That makes it bad. Because
So
now
that's
it's just like
consistent.
Yeah. That's basically it. This was just in case people want to talk about Metroid, but I don't think anybody really cares here.
So the big thing about Metroid Prime that I learned interestingly enough was that I never really played the game much by it. As a kid, I thought it was cool, right? And it wasn't until later I introduced our programmer and animator, Robin, to this, what do you call them? Immersive sim style games. He's never played them before. And I was like, I know you're not a big fan of like shooters and FPSs, but I think you'd actually like immersive sims because you like RPGs and RPG mechanics, and all an immersive sim really is, if you actually analyze it, is it's just an RPG, but as a shooter. That's it. And so I sent him a couple. I sent him Prey 2016, and I sent him like System Shock, and he actually liked Prey 2016, I think, the most. And he was like, "Yeah, I really like these. Those are like the only shooters I ever liked." And it basically boiled down to. And then he got to talking about Metroid Prime. He's like, Metroid Prime is kind of like this, but like it's like less of a game. And I thought that was interesting because Metroid Prime is an immersive sim. It's just a super watered down one where it's just super hollow. By comparison, like you got to go and open doors and solve puzzles and stuff, but there's like less stuff to do, and there's no real building of your class or whatever. And that's it. That's really it. I mean, the big problem with Metroid Prime is it's a console exclusive to Switch 2. Which is just horrific. Like, no one cares for the most part. Unless some Chatfish here have Switch 2s, but, like, I don't know.
You say that, but you didn't see the NPCs in the game. They're very
No, I
annoying
did.
kids.
I did. I've seen the promo material. The NPCs are really bad. Like, they're basically like Marvel tier writing. Marvel writing basically It's a thing that okay, you know where it originates from. The Marvel writing comes from actually Lord of the Rings, but not from Lord of the Rings being like bad or anything. But specifically, there are two characters in Lord of the Rings, the Peter Jackson films, that did quips, and it wasn't done all the time, and it was sort of done to offset like darker moments. And these two characters is Legolas and Gimli. They have these quips they do occasionally throughout the movies, if you ever watch them, and they're generally pretty fun characters, pretty well liked, right? Well, the issue is because Lord of the Rings was so popular, those quips and that quippy nature became hyper popularized by other writers. So much so that they're like, what if we just remove every other aspect of storytelling and characters and darker moments and just have Legolas and Gimli like friend quips all the time? And the problem is that became the standard trope of Marvel writing, where if you just take away Lord of the Rings, you strip away every other aspect about the movies and the story, and you just take Legolas and Gimli's quips, and then you have that as the core focal point for all character interactions. That's what gets you basically like the Avengers in a nutshell, where everyone's got quips and there's never really dark moments too much. And the reason why that was in Lord of the Rings was because it was to lighten the darker moments of the setting, so that it wasn't too bleak for some of the audience, right? The issue is that when you do that all the time, is your characters get quippy and annoying. They're always super quippy, and then you turn that crank up and they get even more insufferable. And Metroid,
they become quirk chungas in an action movie.
Yes. And so basically that's what they've done. They've taken what was a really good moment of writing and they've turned it up to 11, and now it's become everybody does it and it's all annoying all the time, without understanding why those characters were that way. Because again, understanding the why is super important. It's like understanding why in Star Wars C-3PO and R2-D2 exists. They're relatively low-level characters that aren't very interesting when you actually look at it, but they're supposed to be the everyman character. And it's actually a trope that George Lucas borrowed from Japanese movies, where you had two like peasant characters following like a samurai dude. And they were like lower class, and it was to give like a different lens of the story. That's what the purpose is.
R2-D2 ended up becoming one of the most valuable things in all of Star Wars history.
Yes, that's taking the character and just do all sorts of magic with it. Okay,
the fact he can fly,
just adding things. All right, they're just adding things.
So, I want to slightly correct you, at least to have a slightly different opinion here for Metroid. It's not Marvel writing. It's not what it came off to me with the characters.
Comes off that way to me. They're quippy, annoying, and they're going wow.
Writing.
Which is the same. Forspoken is just Marvel. I just did that.
It's worse than Marvel.
It's the same.
I blew shit up with my mind.
They say that in Marvel stuff, though. They say that in Marvel stuff.
Also, Metroid.
He's
all the
behind
Defenders of Metroid came out.
The only difference
the
between the
NPCs are only
two
in the
is
very
one is
beginning
like
of
an
the game.
established comic book character, and the other isn't.
The thing is, imagine if Dead Space 4 came out and you had some quirky Lechungus like.
Oh my god, that necromorph just fucking ripped up Jimmy.
Isaac, you're the guy that survived the first necromorph. Oh
no way,
God,
it's
Isaac.
you, Isaac Clarke.
And imagine,
and they got like, hold on, Vito. They do the same line with like the new suit. Oh, you got the new suit. Oh my god! And then the other guy's like, Corporal, calm down.
To install new upgrades, I'm sorry, Chuma, for interrupting you. To install new upgrades, you need to go to the quote-unquote Lechungus, you know, because he's an engineer. And like, what do you mean, like, you need an engineer? Samus always installed new upgrades to her suit by her own, you know? But she needs the engineer now.
But yeah, so again, it's all a popular trend that all of these writers do. Bespoken. Forspoken had the same thing. The only difference there is the characters weren't big names, so they didn't feel like they had earned it. Versus the characters in Marvel are just big name characters saying the same schlock. Like, they're all garbage. And it's a similar trope that everybody does. Because if you actually look at the actual dialogue itself of what they're saying, it's about on par with each other. The only difference is you've got random schmuck lady versus, you know, an actual comic book character that people like. So it kind of paints a different lens.
Why does the engineer need glasses? Like, that's stuck in my head. They're in the far future. It's because he's just cousin Kyle from South Park, but in Metroid.
Well, the reality is that most sci-fi shows or sci-fi games aren't actually sci-fi. It's just an aesthetic. Like, there shouldn't be people with glasses, right? It's like, for example, if you're writing a sci-fi society that's super advanced and has, like, cured all illnesses and stuff, there should be no people in wheelchairs. Like, it's just because they cured it. They solved that question.
Maybe they're hated.
That
That's why
reminds
they're
me
not
that who wants to take bets on the Warlock game if there'll be wheelchair accessible areas?
We need a wheelchair fighter. Oh my god, please, Gabe.
If it's based on modern D&D, it'll be required.
No, it's so
Will be
funny.
required.
It's like when World of Warcraft put Khadgar in a fucking wheelchair, in his magical wheelchair.
Magical.
No, I just want enemies that are like tiefling rogues in wheelchairs, like that one guy that was.
You know what's funny? I don't want
so
that.
we can kill them.
I don't want any of that. I don't
Why
want
didn't they
any
just
of
kill
that shit.
Khadgar? Why didn't they just kill him?
Because they can't kill off any of the good characters left in Warcraft, because if they do, like, they have nothing else. Like, Warcraft literally only exists, and they just drag around iconic characters whose stories ended, but have nothing to offer for the story. Like, we played the latest expansion, that was Thrall. Thrall just stands there and is like, I'm here. I'm still here, guys. Guys.
Like, of the original characters, the only one they actually killed off was Arthas.
And they killed him off again. That's just the funny part.
They killed him twice.
They brought him back.
They killed him in fucking Lich King, and then they kill him again in Shadowlands by throwing him into a pit.
But they gave the kill. They took the kill from Tyrion Fordring and gave it to Sylvanas, the strong woman.
That's not Sylvanas gives. It's going to what's his name again? The Paladin.
No, but they gave Sylvanas the final thing where like his wisp was there.
Oh,
and,
where she destroys
and
the
she's
fucking
like,
Helm of Domination.
No, and she's like, disappear, Arthas, fade away forever. Meh. And it was like a wet fart. Like it was just like really cringe. Oh fuck, it was bad.
Oh, Sylvanas again?
World of Warcraft is bad.
She's the undead elf.
Ah, okay. Like the only thing I know about her.
She's the hot undead elf. Like that's what everybody knows her as.
Yeah, no. That it was the arc that like covered.
Oh my fucking god, Bucky! This picture. All right, so Xbox confirms Fable and Forza gameplay coming in January 2026. That fucking character tells me everything I need to know about the new Fable. It's just a modern woman wearing like fucking like Renaissance garb.
Why does she have such a big jaw though?
She looks so ugly. Oh my god. Xbox Game Studios boss Matt Booty has confirmed that Playground Games will showcase gameplay from both Fable and Forza Horizon 6 during the company's Dev Direct presentation in January 2026. Microsoft has confirmed its Xbox Dev Direct presentation will return in January 2026. Skip that line because it's just repeating the same thing. Speaking of Variety, Booty explained. Explained that Xbox has an unusually packed 2026 lineup, with more titles scheduled for release than can fit into a single presentation. Usually Dev Direct is about highlighting what's coming up for the year ahead, so a lot of big Microsoft titles apparently. This year we've got more stuff coming up than we can fit in one show. Booty said, so I will tell you, the Playground Games is going to be in Dev Direct, but we'll have more stuff next year to ship that we could fit into one Dev Direct, so they might do multiple showings, which is a good place to be. The confirmation marks the first time Xbox officially announced gameplay showcases for both Playground Games, highly anticipated projects. Fable, a reboot of the beloved fantasy RPG series, has been in development for several years, with only a couple of showings, albeit impressive ones. False, that's not true. They're very underwhelming. The new Fable game looks really bad, and it's basically a self-insert character from one of the developers.
Yeah, she looked ugly as fuck, yes.
Yes, so the new Fable game is looking really bad. The inclusion of Forza Horizon 6 is also exciting. It's a car game, you can't fuck that up, right? Given that the series is heading to Japan, and the fans of this arcade racer are dying to see the first glimpse of the stunning world. So new race car game coming up. Beyond Playground titles, Booty declined to specify which other games would appear during the January presentation. Without a doubt, fucking Gears of War Emergence is going to be there. Gears of War Emergence is like the last chance for Gears of War to recover. It's either going to be epic and amazing, or it's going to be a shit show.
Or they're going to try to subvert expectations, and it won't turn out Marcus isn't a hero, and it's actually some random woman character.
It's me, fucking Jill Valentine from Resident Evil. It's like, what?
My hair color changed since you last saw me.
Also, I'm a lesbian now. Microsoft Game Chief Phil Spencer has previously confirmed that Gears of War E-Day and Halo Campaign Evolved are both scheduled for 2026. Halo Campaign Evolved is looking like an absolute shit show. It looks like it's going to be trash, but Gears of War E-Day might be good. Goddamn, they're going to fuck up Halo so bad, dudes. I just know it.
Halo?
Oh, so bad. Also, we got some new information from a chat bitchy. Where was it?
Chatfish information. What's that about?
Chat bitches gave me things. Like, chat bitches.
I also have info
I gotta pull
about our Star Wars info.
What's that little weeb, you little chungus?
That's the race car, the race game.
So,
Or the new Knights of the
Kyber,
Republic game.
the big, basically, mod for Star Wars
Spunky Monkey.
Battlefront 2 that allows private servers and has a whole bunch of modability to it, and it just, the big thing here, private servers. It looks like that'll be going to public and open beta soon, by the end of this year.
So I
that'll be it.
have some confirmation. Again, is if I didn't need. No, it's gonna be outnumbered. All right, so to give credit where credit is due, this is on C3 Sabertooth Halo channel. This is an ending for Halo 2, but because of Halo 2's rush development time, they didn't have time to put it in there. So take a look at this. Okay, fine. I'll just read it because I have no idea what the fuck they just said. 343 Guilty Spark says, they did these data arrays, merely cultivate existing fauna. Controlled evolution, guiding indigenous life along a desired path. This fundamentally destroys 343, by the way. So that's why it's important to show this. My makers could hardly abandon such devastating technology without leaving some vestige of their civilization to reclaim it. Holy Oracle, I fear I do not understand, says the Arbiter. This is a storyboard, by the way. Here comes the Arbiter. Oracle, are you damaged? Oracle.
I read like Keith David gives.
Oracle. I can't talk. Not Blake. He hops over. This is a Forerunner?
The human being.
That is a Forerunner. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, the holotype, the reference for their development. No, that is impossible. It cannot be, says the Arbiter. It can. This was my maker's final sacrifice. A pity they could never see their children grow. Our exit. It appears the only remaining egress is through the facility's roof. It appears your function has finally concluded. Your plan was executed flawlessly. I am certain you would have been proud. You may rest now, Maker. That would,
a little goofy.
that fits Halo 2 so much though with the scenes. Like I could see it with the graphics.
It's like an arbiter holding on to the guilty spark as they fly up.
Yes. It's also what we call symbolism. with this newfound knowledge, he's rising.
Cabal says, in quotes, "Child of my enemy, why have you come? The
Yes.
grave mine."
All the voice lines, again, lead to this seed, but the seed was pulled because they didn't have the development time. And this is where the Arbiter makes the revelation that the Forerunners were humans, which, again, undermines the entire religion of the Covenant as to why they started the war, which, again, ties to the Book of Harvest, which is what leads to humans being literally into that, being, that, which leads to Halo Wars with the interfacing of technology.
I think you're just crazy.
I'm right. And then it also leads and is backed up by the official developers claiming that it was always that way and that it was always meant to be that the humans were Forerunners. I knew it. It was all fucking 343 PSYOP. I'm right. It stands to us to put them out.
English coping again.
I'm ignoring it. But yeah, so that's the original vision. This is literally the actual vision. You are Forerunner, but this ring is mine. 343 Guilty Spark. Yes. 343 unable to let go of the ring. Yet again, I was right. Just like, whoa. So, I had to show that off. Because yet again, no matter how much proof I get, how many times I show the world that I was right, it's always just funny that there are people that deny. Like, we have actual scripts from, like, the dialogue from the developers talking about it at the time, confirming that I was correct. We've got literally people from Ensemble Studios who had actual backroom notes about the actual whole setting and every of the mysteries. It was right. We have proof about the canceled Ensemble Studios game in collaboration with Bungie, that was right. We have proof in Halo Wars. We have proof in the Harvest book. We have proof in every other piece of media that was officially made by Bungie, that the original vision was always that way. And the only time that retcon was made during the development of Halo Reach, if I remember right, when they hired on a writer who was not allowed to talk to Bungie and had no experience with the Halo games. And that writer was only allowed to speak to the 343 people that were intended to replace Bungie. That Microsoft had been preparing to betray Bungie the whole time. They had always intended to backstab them. It was all part of a long fucking job. And it all corroborates everything I said with the decline of Halo being at the same focal point. Kibbs was a prophet. Ahead of his time, he was. God, it's the one thing I was so right about. I was wrong about many things this year, but my God, I'm going to cling to that one thing. No, you can't, Yiglis, because you know why? Because you don't get to. Now, Harvest was pretty fucking clear, and people still back up the retcon. Yes, the book Harvest literally talks about it. It literally has a scene in the book where the prophets are talking, and they're like, yeah, no, like, the humans are Forerunners. Like, we gotta kill them. We gotta kill them all. We can't trust them. Because, like, they're literally an affront to our religion. Their existence, the whole reason why the Covenant went to war, wasn't because humanity did anything. They were actually intending to incorporating them. It was the revelation that the humans were Forerunners that made the prophets start the war of extermination. They had to destroy the proof before it happened, so they started a holy war as quickly as possible.
The genocide humanity.
I was right. I've become a Kib god. Just like, whoa! Fucking scream. So, Chad, how does it feel knowing that I was right? You want to worship me yet? Want to build little statues of Kib? Everywhere? Everywhere. It's good to be king. So, Bungie backstabbed its customers, so it's fair. Not really. They didn't really backstab the customers as much as if you actually look at what happened behind the scenes. Because I learned the truth over time. Originally, I was always mad at Bungie because it felt like Bungie was like the guys that kind of threw us under the bus with like what they did with Halo Reach. Then I did digging and more information started coming out. And it's actually not the case. It actually turns out that it was always Microsoft fucking up everything. Yet again, Kibbs was right. And this vindication cannot be sweeter that I, Kib, the prophet of Kibness, is true. Yes, follow me, Chatfish, off a ledge.
I like how your delusions of grandeur are getting worse.
See, I just can't help it because, like, I felt like I was so ahead of the curve on this thing. And it feels so good for so many years to be like, on this point and being right about it, and it feels so good. I have to take it in, because this is like the one thing I've been like over the course of multiple years uncovering more information, and literally as I uncover more information, it just proved that I was right about everything. Bungie still went to crap with Destiny? Yes, they did go to crap with Destiny. They collapsed afterwards.
That's the issue. But Bungie is still in the fault too.
Yeah, well, not with Halo.
Microsoft has pushed. Yes, that too.
What with Halo?
They were actively, yeah, with Halo, because they actively just fucking gave up.
Point
in the middle of Halo.
Where?
2.
Point. Exactly.
What do you mean point?
Which game?
In Halo 2, they started giving up.
No, they didn't. Why? You know why Halo 2 was like not very well finished? Microsoft, literally deadlines. They did refuse to extend the development time. So no. It's not that they gave up. Nope. You're just trying to play devil's advocate, and it's not going to work, because I did more research than you, so I'm smarter about this than you are. You can't win this. Like, I know you're trying to play devil's advocate because you want to like knock me down a peg, but it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. I know what your goal is. I know what you're doing. You don't give a damn. You just want to fucking knock me down a peg, but you can't. This is the one thing I get. The one thing I may have been completely off about. What was that thing I was off about? Total Warhammer 40k? I was completely off the mark there.
I'm sorry, Kibbs. I'm not going to
listen, chat.
say,
I'll
like,
admit when
Bungie
I'm
was
wrong.
entirely fine
I will admit when I'm
in
wrong.
Halo
Shadav and fucking Doman were so right. I got into an argument in Discord after stream about 40k, 140k, and I went on a tirade lecturing them about like how it's not possible and it's not going to happen ever, and I was completely wrong. Doman and Shadav were right, and I hate to fucking say it, but the little chat bitches get a W there. All right, you win that round, but this is my time to shine. Okay, I get this W.
No. You're still wrong that Bungie wasn't a bunch of shitheads.
Bungie did fuck up certain things, yes, but again, I think most of the blame lies with Microsoft.
Wrong.
In regards to the story,
you don't even like Halo. Shut up, Bino.
I like Halo.
No,
I
you
still
don't.
remember Halo 2 starting the game up the one day to play it, and getting a notification about how there's a new map pack I can pay money for, and the only way to close it was to hit A, and A was saying, "Thank you, Bungie. You guys are the best devs ever."
Okay, that's just literally like a fucking meme.
Oh my god, kids. Oh god.
Do you understand the culture that is 2000?
Huffing themselves.
Yes,
so much,
Bungie was huffing themselves. All right, but like I'm still right about the Microsoft thing.
Gibbs, hold on. Listen to me. Did Microsoft push the map packs, or was that Bungie?
Microsoft.
How do you know?
Because when it came to the map pack policy, it was all Microsoft games had this policy.
Okay, but did the other devs went and go like, ha, we are spitting at you while we do it?
They didn't say that.
I have no idea what Bino was talking about, but yeah, sure, go ahead. They were spitting.
Also, you got to understand that at the time of Halo 2, like Halo was becoming a cultural phenomenon, and that prefaces the events of Halo 3, where it was the zeitgeist. They could say whatever they wanted. Also, map packs were part of the par for core during that era. It wasn't until later.
What this is that even with all the time in the world,
I have been right. Don't change the goalpost.
Make Destiny, Gibbs.
You're just mad that the Forerunners were human.
Destiny.
They were human.
No, they weren't. But the problem
no, they weren't. Look at these. It's the core of the subject. We're moving the goalpost to talking about Halo 2. No, when it's about like literally the lore, the lore for this.
You're afraid.
No, I'm not afraid. You're trying to shift the goal. I'm watching him move it. No,
come on now.
I had the goalpost set here, and I'm watching this motherfucker pick it up and then move it down.
No.
My goal.
You're afraid.
You're trying to make me fight for something that I'm not, and the only thing that I'm fighting for is the fact that. The lore was always that the Forerunners were literally human, and it was set up that way. I'm a writer.
No,
when you set up stories, you set it up.
No,
and you
this
set up
started off to saying how Bungie was great. This is how this one.
No, you're moving the goalpost again.
No, you did.
You're moving the goalpost. They're doing it, chat. They're trying to take away my W.
Kids is afraid. Yes,
they're trying to take away my W.
It's Kib.
This is happening live on stream. This is happening.
Oh my God,
Yes,
like
chat.
we have
I know. See, I'm right.
So before
You
Kibbs
get this high
continually
profile.
interrupt you,
No,
I'm
nobody
wondering,
gives a
what
shit
were you
about
trying to
Destiny.
say,
Look at Chatfish.
Artemis?
They're doing the goalpost too. Like, why are you bringing up Destiny? This has nothing to do with
Nobody's shifting the
Destiny.
goalpost.
Artemis
Nothing
wasn't
to
bringing
do-
up Destiny.
Chatfish are.
You're changing
You're all
the, you're
moving the
changing topic
goalpost.
now, Kibbs.
They're all changing the topic. Like Bungie fucked up with Destiny
wanna know what
2.
Artemis is trying to
Motherfucker,
say.
no one gives a shit about Destiny 2.
we need a Stalin era.
I think
for
Kibbs needs to
Bungie
play
anyway.
Destiny 2 Renegades now. I think
I
that
was
should be
right
forced
about
on
this
them.
for years, and that's what makes me sound so crazy. For years, I've been right about this whole thing, and I was laughed at, and I was right at the end. I was right at the end.
Right about what
No one
thing?
laughed at you.
Yeah.
No, yes, you guys did. You fucking argued with me. All of you did. Chatfish
All
are
I ever
Nazis.
argued, and you argued vehemently against me, all I really argued was that
Nope, he's gonna say something
Guilty
about
Spark's
Bungie.
insane.
I never
Yeah,
said that he
Bungie's
wasn't
always bad.
insane.
No, you definitely argued with me that he wasn't insane.
No, but Guilty Spark is insane. He's literally cackling and singing to
You
himself.
Motherfucker. You motherfucker. When I brought that
They're
up,
changing.
you were so...
They're changing history.
No. When I first brought that up, when we first ever talked with this,
He's
I
changing
pointed out
history,
Guilty Spark's
chat.
insane,
He's
and your
changing
response was,
it.
no, he's not.
Chatfish.
I distinctly remember that because that's...
Yeah,
History's
Spark
being-
was 100% insane.
Yeah, he is. He's always been insane. But
So
that's
when he says you are Forerunner, you're trusting the commentary of insanity.
he's literally no.
the
See, this is the
excuse for
goalpost.
greed.
Yeah, see what's happening,
that's not-
Squealy.
that's
See what's
literally-
happening, Squealy.
No.
This is what's happening.
No. That's literally
You see it, Squealy.
what I was pointing out of why there was still doubt in what he was saying,
Yep.
because he was literally
I
saying the
was
response was,
right.
No, he wasn't.
He was projecting the Forerunners onto
Yes,
humans.
because I was literally describing. That's
No,
literally
the
exactly
Forerunners were
how-
always
how he-
humans.
Okay,
No,
that's
you're
great
wrong.
and all, Kibbs.
That's the only thing
But-
that we're talking about. You're moving the goalposts. I don't
No,
care about
no,
anything
no,
else.
No.
No, because I know what you're doing, and I know what
moving the
Bucky's doing. You're trying to change the subject. We just
No,
it's
I'm not.
this is all a bit about humans or Forerunners.
No, you literally said Microsoft fucks up everything.
Microsoft
And then
does
you
fuck
used
up
the
everything.
Example.
They killed
you used the
Ensemble
example-
Studios. Hold up.
on,
Nope. They
hold
killed
on,
Ensemble
hold on.
Studios. They killed Lionhead. They killed Pandemic. They killed
See,
literally
now you changed the
everything.
subject.
They've killed
No one's
everything.
arguing Microsoft is good, Kibbs.
That's the point. And then we're now segueing away from
Wait,
that.
hold on. Well, look.
We're not
He just
seg-
said, first it was Forerunners and humans. That was the point. Now
Yep.
you're saying Microsoft ruins everything, and that's the point.
Yeah, that was my
Which one
other
is it?
point. Those are two
Oh, so
two
there's
points
two
of my
points now, so
conversation.
can
There's
we
no
address
two-
one of
okay.
those?
And also Gears of War with Coalition. Like literally.
So which can I address?
I've
one?
been right the whole time. Jeffish
Chat is
worship me.
afraid.
Worship me now. Like my
You
lord.
may, Artemis.
I'm just gonna say, kids. I'm gonna address one of your points about Microsoft being bad the whole time. If Microsoft was the cause of why the Halo games were bad, then Bungie would be successful and really, really good, and everyone would like them after they got out from under Microsoft, and that didn't happen.
That's right, Midnight Ninja. The first video, yeah, because Forerunners were always human.
He's
I will not.
You just can't refute it.
This was
The thing is-
true.
Okay, I have one question, kids.
No one's
If
arguing
creative-
with you
if
about
crea-
that.
If creative
Yet you
assembly
are
in
curious.
We're not.
If Creative Assembly in their games, they put the whole message like, thank you Creative Assembly, you are the best devs ever, to be able to close the pop-up talking about DLCs, how would you feel?
I'd laugh. I wouldn't be mad. I'd just laugh.
Yeah, but like you wouldn't think it was a cool thing now.
Yeah, but Chumpus is literally a woman. Like he's been clinging on to that thing for fucking ages. You know what I saw?
Remember,
Okay,
'cause-
let me explain
because
what I saw,
kids.
because I experienced the same thing you experienced. You fucking chuckle fuck. So when I opened Halo 2 and it said map pack, I laughed, and when it said thank you, because I didn't have good internet, so I couldn't play multiplayer. I was like,
So once again, so because it couldn't have, because you didn't have to deal with it, it was fine. But because I had to sit there,
I had to deal
all
with
day
it.
for a while,
I pressed
and
A.
then have the pop-up come up.
You look at him, you
added.
addict. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you just press A
'Cause
once.
I played it online.
He's
Yeah,
lying.
You just literally said you couldn't play online. I did play online.
He's just a little liar. Kill him, chat. Kill him with your little
Kids are changing the
toothpicks.
story of I only had to do
He
it
is.
once.
He
When I
changes
point
the
out I had to do it.
I'm being ganged up on because I was so right. This is how it has to
Suddenly,
be.
Kibbs' knowledge of how online
Standing here,
It's almost like
I
he was waiting a bunch
realize
of men to gang up on him. Like, what does he mean by this?
you were just
Curious
like
chat.
me, trying to be right about Bungie.
He's like,
Trying to be right about. It's that song from Metal Gear Revengeance, but it's me.
hey,
That's Kib Armstrong. Source? My source is I found it on a YouTube video.
Whoever,
Also,
okay,
you were wrong about another thing, Kibbs.
Shut up,
from
Chubby.
before. Not even about this.
It's gonna be some
Gregor's
Florida Pantry.
vindicated me.
What's that? Fat fuck? Fat fuck?
Lawful good warlocks exist.
Yeah, but that's D&D. I don't care.
So
That's
yes,
D&D.
we're gonna have to chat for a poll of who was right.
No. Chatfish have to make the daily for that poll to be created. There you go.
there's one thing you can all agree on.
To
Halo,
make the
though.
daily for
Whoever-
that poll to
whoever-
be created.
Whoever the 3D modder is,
They're just
that
gonna
makes
vote
the
against me because they
custom
think it's
game have
funny,
fat
not
asses
because I'm actually
is
right though.
I mean, no
Not
one's
because
arguing
you're
with you
actually
about
right.
humans were the forerunners.
Yes, and I am right. I'm right about that. That's what Bucky's trying
No,
to
you're
do.
not.
Bucky's trying to see. Look what Bucky
No.
is doing. Look at what he's doing. Look
No.
at what he's doing, Chumpus.
He's arguing the other point you were making, Kibbs.
Yeah.
Kill Bucky.
What's wrong, kids?
Destroy Bucky.
I'm saying
That's
is that
right.
Bungie was as good at at everything, and Microsoft was a problem. Bungie would be successful outside of Microsoft. And
We
that's
do
not
have to
true.
open that up too.
De facto, both your points are wrong.
Chatfish, we must destroy all Chatfish. Like, what? Just like all of us do.
You
I
must
am
get
all this.
Canadian healthcare, Chatfish.
You must get Canadian help.
I'm surprised Kibbs wasn't interested in the Kyber news.
I know.
I am kind of
Totally
interested, but
ignored
the
it
reality
because
is
But you
that
just completely ignored it, though.
when it comes to modders, like they'll be like, I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay, so here's where my information is coming from. They're actively in the process of polling their community if they should release it basically now, and then update it open beta now, and then update it later on, or if they should update it now, keep it focus on updates now, keep it closed, and then release it once it's fully finished. And it's overwhelmingly swinging towards release it now.
Yeah, I mean that's good, but it's not out yet, is it, Chubbish?
No, but I'm just saying, if they're asking their community, and the community is saying almost unanimously, make it public, that's a pretty good sign it's coming out soon.
Yes. The big thing about Kyber, why it's important, is because it's basically going to be Star Wars Battlefront 2 EA, but actually more like what we actually wanted it to be. The Kyber mod is an overhaul that basically adds more maps and adds like 100 characters and hundreds of new guns, pretty much. Or I don't know if it's hundreds of new guns, but it adds a lot of new guns.
Well, okay, to be specific, the Kyber mod itself is effectively turning the game into its own little separate launcher that allows private servers and easily mod management. and
Private
one of the
servers, mods,
main
bots.
One of the main mods that is part of the project is basically a massive overhaul 2.0 version of the game.
Yep, it adds Star Wars Legends characters and more. Like
But technically,
tons of new
you don't
classes.
need to use any of that. You can just utilize the entire server infrastructure they've created.
Yep, you won't need to be stuck on EA servers. You can play with your friends. And to basically make Star Wars Battlefront 2 EA what we wanted it to be originally. And it's going to receive continued support from the mod community with their own mods, custom maps, more characters. And I mean, the characters is insane. Like, it adds, you can play as General Goovis's fucking bodyguards in it. Like, you can even play as like Republic Senate guards in it and stuff like that. Like, you can play as pretty much anything. It's pretty much the ultimate Battlefront, as good as a Battlefront 3 is we're ever going to get. Until EA pulls their head out of their ass and finally actually puts together the third game. Little chuckle fucks.
Also, Kevin Root says, "Girls, you're all pretty."
Death to Kevin. He's like, hey, we just stuff him back in the cave. He's just
I
stuck.
just want more Halo females. That's all I want.
Halo females. Me beano.
Yeah.
So,
There's more news than just KOTOR.
there is, but I'm not done with this. We haven't even started reading this, Bucky.
That's not my problem.
The Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic announced, led by original Knights of the Old Republic director Casey Hudson. Now, one thing I want you guys to remember, chat, is that it's been a long time since they made a Knights of the Old Republic game. It's also going to be written under Disney lore. But granted, the Knights of the Republic
less
is
than Space Witch.
Knights of the Republic is old, and it's like the only part of Star Wars lore I actually really like. Because for those who don't know, like if Mom Movie are there, like most people talk about like the movie stuff, but Knights of the Old Republic is like the era of Star Wars lore that I find cool, mostly because it's very consistent. Well, it was, and I say was because we're gonna find out with this game. So yeah, the Old Republic era is just more interesting. ME3 Casey Hudson, yeah. Was Casey Hudson the guy that came in to fix the game, or was he the guy that was there in the initial stage? Because Mass Effect 3 had a switch of directors, and the second director basically made the game launch, and the original director was where it was stuck. I think it's the latter, but I can't remember. Riffer gives Ted generous memberships. It lands on Arch Bago Zukalov, Sol Fox, Kexfok, or Kevskok. I don't like that name. I like it. Orga, MLG Teletubby, Mac Bojack, whose name has changed because that's that one degenerate artist in our community. Portrait Seal, Devrathan, Matt J. Svek, and Coconut Tackle, who's been dead for 30 years.
Wow, kids, we add him to the pile.
The pile of dead fish.
He says hashtag Ace Combat 6. Hashtag cookie.
Ah, funding another Ace Combat game, I see. Thank you for your donation. There is a new Ace
Wait.
Combat game announced. This is true.
Yeah, but it's not Ace Combat 6. You're going to play Nolan Kips.
Yeah, no, it's not Ace Combat 6. It's
Ace Combat
8.
6 is what? Fires of Liberation or something?
Is that the one that's got the fucking, we're going to take back Grace Barry?
Actually.
I don't remember.
No, I think it's Fires Liberation. Hold on.
I don't remember. Kim just promised the poll.
DC.
If the daily is
they
in.
haven't made the daily
Ace
goal.
Combat. That's new fun. Okay.
Also, Chatfishes, I'm making a little thing that if you guys make the daily goal, you show.
Me Beano. Me have a B in my name. Me Beano.
Yeah, Ace Combat 6 is Fires Liberation.
Rate itself. I need you to create the thing up for the thumbnail for Ace Combat.
Death to Beano. Okay. Death to Beano now. Just like, okay.
Good. You guys do like it. You like it, and then you
I'll fill in the date because you can't do that either, apparently.
Thank you, Reap.
Basically, it's the Baltic states of like Estonia, but with
in the Ace Combat universe.
Yeah.
The Baltic states are just getting their shit kicked in every day. So, yeah, we'll find out about the new Knights of the Old Republic game. I would say don't hold your breath. We'll see if it's going to be good, but I would have low expectations because this is set under Disney stewardship, and if they meddle like they usually do, it's going to be ass. Because Disney lore has been genuinely disastrous for the entire franchise. So yeah. Rasmus says, even as a flight sim guy, I can say Ace Combat is pretty good. I just wish the friggin' games would have a training mode to help set up controls and stuff. That would be nice. The big thing is Ace Combat games are arcadey as fuck, but they're just fun. They're genuinely fun. The power of KOTOR 1, the power of KOTOR 2, the power of KOTOR Mini. Can't wait, XP.
My god, imagine if they have the Coven there, or whatever it's called. It's going to be so cringe.
We'll find out.
Coven?
They shouldn't be. They're not canon. Next up, we have Resident Evil Requiem. You get to play as Leon S. Kennedy as the second playable protagonist. And if you play as him, it's going to be an action game. This announcement made this game actually interesting to me. Because I'll be honest with you, Requiem, I don't care about that girl there. I don't give a shit. But Leon S. Kennedy is the reason why I'll play this game.
I've seen some clips that immensely amuse me about this. So they've apparently they are just reused for Leon segments. They were just reusing combat animations from Resident Evil 6.
You mean Resident Evil 4?
No, 6.
There are no animations in 6 though.
Yes, there is.
Not for melee. You don't have any melee. You can't kick or nothing.
I've literally.
I played Resident Evil 6. There's like no melee. Wow. That game sucked. Death to Beano.
It's my fault that you guys buy bad games. I see.
So yeah, we'll have to see how that turns out, and hopefully it turns out good. And if it doesn't, we'll have to kill the chatfish. Next up we have is happy news. A yubnubber named Markiplier, who you all know, without a doubt, so don't pretend you don't know.
Who is he?
Shut the fuck up.
He's the E guy.
He's the guy with the pink mustache.
He's the guy who created the E meme.
I don't.
The Five Nights at Freddy's guy.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Five Nights at Freddy's blew the sky up in popularity. He's seems like from everything we've ever seen, and by now, if there was anything rotten about him, it probably would have come out by now. He seems like a super chill dude, super down to earth, generally nice guy. So yeah, he's a YouTube star. Markiplier self-financed his own horror movie called The Iron Lung to hit theaters in January. So he's been working on that for 3 years. This guy has billions of dollars, so it's not surprising that he can make a movie. So yeah, he's making his own movie, and he's actually getting into the creative sphere to actually producing stuff. Hopefully, it turns out good. It's a good scary movie.
I don't like scary movies though.
Thank you, Pondo and Tauber.
What did those chubby chatfish do?
You can do melee attacks in 6, says Pondo.
Quit. Oh, you're just thanking them because they
says
agree with you.
there's
Shh. Now, more importantly, we're moving on. He's like, look at him. He's just chubby. I don't know him though. That's because you're gay. He's like, gives 10 members.
He's going for the bounties. His memberships are working.
He is going for the bounty.
Brother of the guy that has a furry webcomic.
Yes, he's the brother of the really popular webcomic artist who does two kinds.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Markiplier's huge though. Like he's bigger than his brother in terms of popularity.
He's popular in his own right.
Yeah, he's super famous. Super big dude.
He's famous. He's also not as funny.
Ace Combat 6 Cookie. Says
well, yeah, because he operates on scripts. All of his content is scripted, isn't it?
And heavily edited.
Yep.
I mean, that shows you the power of good editing.
Yeah, it can make even Kibbs likable.
Damn.
Yeah, fuck Gibbs. Only who's he?
Everyone's mean to me for no reason.
No reason.
No reason.
What have I done in this very instance to make me hateable?
But yes, he may not have the charisma of his edited content, but he's one of the old YouTubers who makes edited content. Versus a lot of them nowadays are like streamers.
Is that more donos, Gibbs? Look at that.
What? Were those 10 memberships new again? I thought I got those.
I literally said he gifted 10 memberships.
Yeah, I got those. Also, they're broken again, I think.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think they're broken.
Yes.
They're broken. Don't gift anymore. Chatfish.
Chat, we are $28.86 away from the daily goal and creating the Is Kibbs Correct poll.
It's a shame that we're getting close to the end of the stream. Oh, such a terrible.
$28, chat.
Terrible
Just
shame.
donate 30 and you can force Kibbs to do a poll.
Just buy a chatfish.
So, next article is from Variety. Box Office Zootopia battled Five Nights at Freddy's 2 for #1 as Ella McKay aims for a $4 million debut. The goddamn furries are taking over. Zootopia and Five Nights at Freddy's 2 will battle for #1 in North America. It will otherwise be a quiet weekend at the movies. That's because the only newcomer, Disney's political dramedy, Ella McKay, isn't in danger of nearing the top of the box office.
I think they mean it's a drama comedy. That's the only way I can see that being parsed.
Disney animated juggernaut Zootopia 2 is projected to return to first place with $24 million to $26 million in its third week of release, roughly 40% decline. The family film has grossed $227 million domestically and $955 million globally. To date, and will imminently become the year's second film to cross the coveted $1 billion mark.
So the big point here is fucking FNAF 2 is competing head to head. This week with Disney.
That's
basically.
funny. Disney's like,
well, the one thing is that if I bet you need to go watch FNAF 2. Shit's so fucking funny because it just abruptly ends.
Zootopia 2 is kind of a bad movie. But
you heard it here. It's a bad game.
Bad game.
Bad movie. The issue is there's a lot of referential humor in it. He did like the Shining reference at the end that people are like, oh, the Shining is like, okay, but like referential humor is the death of comedy. I don't care that it's odd, but it was a good reference because it was an old good movie that I like. Okay, it is still the death of comedy.
Yep,
And,
because
like,
new generation Zers aren't going to get it. Yeah, that's the problem with
didn't get
referential
it.
stuff.
Uh,
Well, referential humor is one of those things where it works if the crowd knows what the subject material you're talking to is. Otherwise, it just goes right over people's heads like, what? Or they're just like, oh, that was weird.
and the script felt written by AI certain parts. It felt very Reddity. They had like a whole like talking about your feelings and like have to explain to the audience like I'm doing this because I like this person. I want to do this and this and that. I was like, my dude, we are not mentally ill, we're mentally retarded. We know it. You get what I mean? And I felt that like it disrespects the audience.
Didn't you tell me a while ago that you felt like the movie was written by AI?
Yeah, I do think that the movie was written by AI. Like at least certain parts like felt written by AI. It felt like the AI wrote the first go and someone did like a pass and cleaned some parts, but mostly them. The movie starts like 1 week after the end of the first movie, and ignores like the one of the main characters had a injury and couldn't walk, but she starts the movie kicking a door with the same leg that she had a massive injury in the last movie. You get what I mean?
He's wrong, but it's fine.
Also, I looked at all your sources, Yinglis, and they're all wrong. Again,
because
they're all based after that thing. So, Yinglis, I'm sorry to say this, but I dismiss all of your claims.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you sent me a message that said fuzzy, and then you go on to say that I'm emotionally compromised in it. So I think that was very dumb of you to say that. But all right.
He's translated to fuzzy.
Yeah, he just copy and pasted the same message where he just accuses me of being all these things. I'm like, I think that was probably not the smartest thing for you to do, Yinglis, to be honest. It really shows your IQ is not as high as you think it is.
What is this?
Damn.
He sent me a DM where he is talking to Fuzzy and saying a bunch of bad things behind my back. But, like, I'm looking at it because he sent it to me.
Why?
It's like at the top of the message, Dear Fuzzy. And then it's like, huh.
It literally
okay.
says that, by the way. So that was really stupid of you, but all right.
Or it's really 4D chess on Yinglis's part.
Japper's like, Yinglis stupid.
At least he's not doing anything behind your back, kid.
Yeah, he just tried to and failed.
Yeah.
He just sent it to me directly. Fucking dummy. Oh my god. He tried bad-mouthing me to Fuzzy. I didn't say anything bad about you. Calling me emotionally compromised is pretty fucking...
I almost think, Kibbs, you should screen grab that part of the DM.
I don't care enough to grab it, dude.
Yeah, it's just really funny. Okay.
It's
Just
more like it's
pat
funny.
Yinglis on the head and say he tried, and then we'll move on.
If I cared enough, I would have screen grabbed it and put him in trouble, but I don't.
If English was part of the plot against Jesus, Jesus would still be alive today.
Yeah, he would still be alive today.
Have you considered it was, walk up. Have you considered it was in Jesus's?
By the way, I sold you out to the Romans.
Oh my god! Jesus' plan was to die on the cross, and like English managed to save him. Like, goddamn.
Yinglis is on the cross instead.
Yeah. It's Life of Brian all over again, but they have a guy dressed like as a wife.
And remember,
okay.
Don't do it again.
All right. So, Kibbs, fuck. Now I'm forgetting. Oh yeah. Bino being wrong.
Bino
Bino
being
thinks
wrong.
It happened a week. The movie picks up a week after the events of the first one, but that's not true. Because Nick Wilde successfully completes the fucking officer course, the police academy, and that doesn't take fucking a week to do.
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but I'm saying that the way that they do it, they kind of ignored it. Also,
yeah, they kind of glossed over it, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, but the part that like I mentioned that you said I was wrong is the whole like she starts kicking the door, and that part was literally like she couldn't walk at that moment, and they just gloss over it. That was 100% continuation error. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is all written by AI, by the way.
Yeah, it
Entire
was
movie.
written by AI. Yeah, like it was 100% written by AI. The only character I know that wasn't written by AI, by the way, is the beaver, the gay beaver, because they said, the producer said that they were happy that they could put the gay beaver there.
You mean the
Yeah.
Chadiver?
What do they mean
All
by
right.
this? Are
Enough-
all gay people beavers?
Is that every
The
article?
whole point, the whole point of this entire article is that FNAF 2 is schlock content, but it's so fucking funny because it's really bad, but it's bad in that good way.
It's got the campiness vibe.
It is super campy.
It's also, it's like it knows its audience and it's just trying to target them, and then if other people enjoy it, great, that's fine.
Because campy
The fucking-
is bad, but it's a good bad. It means that they
The
did
fucking
well.
critics hated it.
Didn't they
and
hate
it's
the
still
first one?
selling like game busters though.
Oh my god, critics
Yeah,
hate
Didn't
campy
the
movies in
critics hate
general.
The first one?
Mm-hmm.
They hate the guy also because
Well,
apparently he
remember,
donated to
so
One Republic.
here's how critics work with campy movies. They hate it at launch, and then in a few years' time, they'll retrospectively change their opinion about it. Like after it becomes old, and they'll be like, "We like this movie, Army of Darkness."
Yeah.
But yeah, that happens all the time with critics. It's they refuse to acknowledge it as a good movie because it's campy, and they think because it's campy, it's bad, not realizing that campiness is its own charm. Stupid. They're stupid. It's like, wow, mean. Is it Ghost Story dub bad then? See, Ghost Story is
That's a
campy.
masterpiece.
It's
That's
beautiful.
a masterpiece.
It's comedy.
English dub specifically.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about in retrospect about Ghost Stories? All those people they got mad later about the whole thing, like, oh no, like it was a bad joke back then. It's like, I hate when people do that.
Chatfishes.
Trolls remorse. That's the
Yeah,
phrase.
those
for it.
remorse. Thank you. I was missing one.
All right. If that's all the articles, I think
Is
we can
it?
talk about the final thing I wanted to talk about, which is the Gabe Awards. Yay! I'm coming screen.
The Gabe Awards?
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, does Steam have it up on their homepage still? I'll just use that as the backdrop. If it does. Come on, Steam! Fuck, they don't care. They so don't care, it's not even on there anymore. Chat beaches. Like, chat beaches.
I have a theory.
So I'm just
I
going to
think
open this up.
Every time a rumor for when Half-Life 3 will be announced comes out, they intentionally push it back.
Also,
That'd
Kip,
be
post
funny.
an image in the fucking stream room.
Oh.
But this is the fucking the point of the movie.
What the fuck is that?
That's Chica and Toy Chica. It's the whole gag of the movie is that you can use this as a reaction GIF or PNG.
What the fuck? Like, what were they doing? Were they killing somebody in this, or just like?
Is that the Toy Chica was being controlled by the puppet or whatever the fuck. And then just to wind up, everybody, this is the spoiler part of the fucking movie. So in case you want to go watch it,
Whoops.
basically it looks like if any content you have replaced the old content you liked, this is the reaction GIF you'd use. It's the old content getting pissed that you switched it out.
Oh yeah, because it's the new ones in front of it. Yep.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's like Fallout 3 and Fallout 4.
What are you? I'm you, but better.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll see about that. We'll fucking see about that, chat beaches. All right, so.
Yeah, that's basically the entirety of the movies right there.
So let's talk about the gay awards, all right? Oh, that's perfect. That's the perfect spot. She's just so not funny and pretentious. Just
And there's an ad on it, too.
yeah, to really rub in how much of a sellout the Game Awards were. So the Game Awards, okay, we have to talk about them because they were so bad. I don't know if I've ever seen one of these before. I can't remember if I have or we ever covered them in the past. Maybe we did. But oh my god. Did I just memory hole how bad they were? Because The big thing is that about the Game Awards is they talk about games and they hand out awards to games, right? Well, they don't actually separate games into proper categories at all. I've mentioned this before earlier in the stream, but they put games that are like, like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 next to Expedition 33 for RPG. And it's like, well, technically, these games aren't actually the same type of RPGs. They're actually two distinctly different.
One's a JRPG, one's a Western RPG, and then they are conflating the term because RPG means nothing.
Yeah, because
But do
RPG
they
means nothing.
care? No.
No, they don't. And so these awards were the biggest fucking sham of my entire life. There was a bunch of things that were funny here, like Kojimbo sitting in the corner getting progressively angrier. That was something to me.
Todd Howard being humiliated on stage, having to come up and talk about the best game director.
Yeah, but it wasn't him.
It wasn't even a nominee.
It was such a shit show.
I feel bad for Todd Howard. I wish he would just lie more. Why can't he just lie instead of being humiliated?
He got
Tell
humiliated.
us
Yeah.
sweet lies.
Yeah, so like when they handed out the last award, they had fucking Kojimbo's face up on like the screen showing all the like potentials.
It's almost like they knew it was going to happen.
And they showed his face, and then he just like fucking like laughs when it's Expedition 33, and then rolls his eyes and then claps. Like he's just so mad. It was quite funny. It was quite funny. There's also fake clips of him walking out, by the way, that people have taken. Where it's just him walking out during the announcement. He's not, by the way. He did sit there and he was respectful. So that I've been seeing is fake. Where it's like shows Jimbo just walking out in the middle of the fucking Expedition 33 guy's speech. Don't get me wrong. That would be so funny. Because these awards were a sham, by the way. They were
Didn't,
so
like,
bad.
Expedition 33 win basically everything.
They won
everything.
They won everything, and that was the funny part. They didn't really deserve everything. And there's massive blowback now on the Twitter thing where Geoff, or his name pronounced Jeff, not Geoff, right?
Jeff.
Yeah, Geoff or whatever.
I choose to believe his name. It's pronounced Geoff.
Whatever, Keeley. We'll just use his last name. So it was
then it's
fucking
Jeff. Then it's
hilarious.
Jeff.
What was hilarious is, how do you guys feel about how the Game Awards went? And everyone's like, fucking terrible. Like, D is winning, and like everybody's fucking massively upset. The Game Awards were an absolute shit show. And it's just one of those things where it was not good. The Game Awards sucked, and it was very corporate, very, very sellouty. It was bad. Oh my god. I've never seen something so bad. Like where you had games that didn't belong competing, like Tempest Rising competing with Civilization. Like who the fuck did these lineups? They were genuinely terrible. These awards were so bad. It was not even funny. Yeah.
I think Bethesda released Doom Dark Ages, didn't they?
Bethesda released Doom Dark Ages, like Indiana Jones Great Circle came out. There's a bunch of stuff that came out, but like only
a couple games.
Yeah. Those games don't really deserve to win any awards because they lost. They lost on sales because the Game Pass fucked them. Indiana Jones Great Circle was a good game, but it got fucking beat.
They overcharged for them.
They charged $70 for it. They fucking did not make it easy to acquire. Like it was easier to get on a Game Pass, and so all the Game Pass games obviously flopped. So they don't, in my opinion, if your game fails, you don't deserve an award. Because it doesn't matter if your game's good.
I don't know, like all those fucking Wokey games failed and they got a reward.
So yeah, the Game Awards spent more time fucking huff and smoke, not even about Expedition 33. They sort of they glazed that a little bit, but then they dropped it, and they were more focused and fixated on like games with impact.
They were rushing it to escape the board.
They were like
pretty sure the board.
They focused.
I'm going to come up with a different reasoning.
Go ahead.
I think
You
what
chubby
they
little fuck.
did was they grouped together games that didn't go into the same categories to force that game to not win anything by matching it with a game that fit that category actually better.
Yes, because technically, the RPG category was a sham, and everybody knows it. You had Kingdom Come Deliverance, next to Expedition 33. These games are not the same category. Expedition 33 is not an RPG. It is a JRPG classification, which means it should win an award for best
But
JRPG.
not that particular one.
Yes, but it is not a traditional RPG. Just like the game that I'm developing isn't a traditional RPG. It should not ever be in the traditional RPG category because it does not qualify as a traditional RPG style game. And this is why classifications are important. It's the same reason why Tempest Rising was in the same category as fucking Sid Meier's Civilization. It was like, what? Like that's not like good. Or Mario Kart's next to a bunch of racing sim games. Like what? Like these categorizations were absolutely fucked. Did Expedition 33 deserve some of the awards it won? Yeah, easily. The game performed incredibly well. And because it performed well, even though I think it's, boring, it doesn't matter. It deserves those awards. But what was actually a sham about the entire award system was that games, like what Bucky said, it felt like they put Kingdom Come Deliverance in categories that it never would win because it wasn't really like doing stuff against those games. And so the game got continually shafted because it was compared to games that shouldn't be in the same category. And it felt like they intentionally did that to Kingdom Come Deliverance because it was a Christian game. I'll say it because I'm not even Christian. It just felt that way. It felt like they just completely fucking shafted all this shit. Grumpy, be nice. It is French, and that's a legitimate grievance. If you don't like French people, you're not gonna like it. It's the same. It's the same thing if you don't like fucking, if you don't like Sharia law, you don't have to like.
It's really unironically for me when I heard that it was like a French developer. It's just personal taste wise. It's like the game's probably not going to be for me because
French are pretentious. Yes,
the French designed games, they rub me the wrong way.
Jesus Christ, be praised. Yes, Chatfish.
It's a personal taste thing, but it's just it is what it is.
Mind you, Chatfish, the people just calling the game French as an insult is mostly a meme.
It's a meme. Don't take it seriously.
Not to be taken seriously.
But yeah, so either way, moving on, because this doesn't fucking matter. So the thing that actually matters is the fact that, again, the awards constantly put games in other categories where they just got shafted. And it kind of felt like they didn't want to hand out awards to certain companies, is what it felt like. And it felt like they were okay with the French studio and they were okay with a couple other companies, but they were not okay with certain other studios. And because they weren't okay with them, they intentionally felt like they shammed them by putting them in fucked, scuffed categories. Like, oh my god, those categories were scuffed.
Kibbs, you forgot something.
What's that?
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, the creator intentionally placated and bent over for the people that have just fucked them in the Game Awards.
Did they do it again?
No, remember, Kibbs. What did they do to Henry?
I played the game. I don't know. Maybe Henry was Henry.
He's not gay, right?
He isn't. You're
and
correct.
Then they made him gay.
Well, he isn't gay.
I understand, but they made him a gay avenue.
Yes,
there is an option where yes,
Henry
if you go down a certain path with the character, that yes, he will be gay for that.
Yes.
But
they added that in there to placate that crowd, and then look what it got them.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yep. I mean, that's what King Art Games gets for appealing to, woke people. The Game Awards were woke. They were woke as high hell. Because, again, the Games for Impact category, like, what the fuck is Games for Impact? They gave it to, what was that game called? Fuck, what was it called?
South of Midnight or something?
South of Midnight, which I refunded that trash. Oh my god, it was so bad, dudes.
I'm pretty sure it flopped really bad.
It flopped terribly, yet it got an award. It would, there are games that deserve awards, and then there are games that do not deserve awards. And quite literally, Chatfish, I feel quite hungry. Henry, Soldier of Christ.
I'm hungry.
I feel quite
hungry. I'm Henry.
I posted something in chat.
Yes, there's a thing chat can unlock when they make the daily.
Let me see what Beto posted.
It's in the stream room.
Oh my god, you fucking colored it? That's amazing.
It's beautiful.
That is incredible.
Chat, we are under $30 away from unlocking that.
They didn't give it to Relooted Gabe Shabe. Relooted? What the fuck? I don't even know who that is.
Relooted is like
I think I remember.
Heist game that.
Yeah, that Super Bowl game. Yeah, Relooted.
It was so bad. It was so bad that people weren't even making fun of it in videos. That's the thing, Like about the gameplay, because normally when a super woke game comes out, people play it, just make fun of, but they didn't. I don't think anyone.
Psycho Star says the daily is made. Track stream elements. Thank you for the donation. A little
He
chubby
donates
catfish.
$30 and says Kib's pick.
Thank you for the
I
donation.
believe Kib's choice is
Mass Effect. Thumbnail.
Mass Effect 1.
That puts Psycho Star in the thumbnail. The character creation stream is planned for next week, by the way. What?
You need to put up the poll now.
Oh, fuck.
That's true.
Is Kibbs right about Bungie and Microsoft? Yes or no?
See, I am right, but they're not going to choose it.
In regards to
because they're going to do it
since
despite
I
it.
wasn't here for all
So
of that.
the argument boils down. So Gibbs was talking about Halo and the lore and Bungie and Microsoft. He had 2 points to make. One, that the Forerunners were always human, always meant to be human, and the other was effectively all the fuck ups with Halo are from Microsoft's fault.
God
Yeah,
damn.
that second point is Bungie was.
You are stretching that a bit, I want to point out.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but-
then Kibbs, what is the second point?
Doesn't
Go
matter.
ahead.
I already made the poll. We've
Regardless,
droned on
check
about
your-
that long enough. I'm moving
Check
on.
your stream elements.
Stream elements again?
Oh, I didn't hear it earlier, so
Oh yeah,
It
we
was
did.
$30.
Thank you for the donation.
$30.
For
Yep.
Mass Effect.
So there you go, chat. You could just meme on me if you want, or you could tell the truth. Let's see how this pans out. Either way, moving on, so we don't drone on about that because I think we've talked about that long enough. Oh yes, Chatfish unlocked a little fan art. Check fan art. Oh my god, shut up, woman. I actually pressed the wrong button.
English, you can't just say Draconis is right. Like
Yeah,
you're
who's
trying to
Draconis?
pretend to be someone else.
Okay,
Well,
so
Dracos doesn't exist because we only have English.
Bino drew what happened in the Game Awards as depicted by our channel. Jeff Keighley was gored by a boar and decapitated by Gabe.
You should post that, Vino. in the
Post it on Twitter.
discussions. And Twitter.
Okay, we're going to post it Twitter. So.
It's beautiful.
Bucky donates $2 and says contest. Kibbs is wrong. Thank you for the donation, Bucky. This ain't a dono for you little shit.
Unfortunately, this is a opinion poll, not a dono war poll.
Everything can be a dono war.
Made into Donal War, yeah.
Damn, there could be an art piece depicting this too. Stretch.
Alright, chat, if the dono war raises, what is it,
And then
200?
at the end, it'll be it's
Something like that,
like,
yeah.
People were just voting for yes or no. I forgot what we were voting for.
This art piece is amazing. So yeah, I do believe now rewinding like the Game Awards, like who won the Game Awards? It was Expedition 33. I think Expedition 33 did deserve the Game of the Year because while I do like Kingdom Come Deliverance, I think Expedition 33 was more popular overall. And again, I think that should go to the most popular game because that's what the Game of the Year should be about. The game that was most popular.
Kingdom Come 2 looked really good.
It is.
Except, like, some parts were kind of, like, eye-rolly. Like, the whole Muslim character I didn't like. But regardless, it was very good. It did really well. But Expedition 33 was a cultural phenomenon, basically.
Yep. It was just the biggest game.
Like,
Okay,
it
hold on.
it does deserve Game of the Year.
So,
You know,
Doom
like-
came out. Ninja Gaiden 4. Let's see.
French.
Dynasty Warriors. Dune Awakening.
Dune Awakening dropped the ball so hard. Oh, it was
Final
pretty strong
Fantasy
initially.
Tactics. Monster Hunter Wilds.
Supposedly
Assassin's
that's
Creed
getting
Shadows.
updates
Yeah,
to
I would say that
improve
game was shot the
performance
bed.
finally.
That game was shot the bed real hard.
Avowed. There's Civilization 7.
Do any of our friends even play Civ 7 or the Civ games?
I don't.
I don't even see Kingdom Come Deliverance on here for 2025.
But it did launch this year, didn't it? We played this summer.
Mm,
I haven't played any of the DLC Janoberries.
No, apparently it's half off. February 4th, 2025 is when it came out.
yeah, it doesn't even show up in
Okay,
the.
so beginning of the year.
Yeah, it just doesn't show up in the listing.
Yeah, Czar and Cabal. That's what I heard. Is that Civ 7 like was really bad.
Civ 7
as
was
far
a
as-
super flop. Like, I played it initially, and there were some things I'm like, maybe it could be fun. But it felt like a kind of like a wet fart at launch. And then I put it on the shelf and was like, okay, let's see if they fix this, you know? And then I
And I
checked
remember
back,
hearing-
and they didn't. It's just an absolute, it's a shit show.
Yeah. And I remember like even like really like diehard Civ fans were like super disappointed with Civ 7.
Yeah, so it launched in a rough state, and I was like, okay, usually Sid Meier's games launch in a rough state. They have since Civ 5, pretty much. So let's just see what happens. I put it on the shelf. I kept checking up on it, and every time I checked up on it, it was either they had made no progress to fix anything, or they had somehow made it worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a dead DOA. Stone Age donates €5. It says, why is Gabe riding a pig? Because there's a prophecy that Keeley was going to be gored by a pig live on stage. I do like this in our interpretation of Keeley. It's just really good.
The guy from Smiling Friends.
Vito, your art style is really improving. This is good. He's got to work on his fingers, though. Like, holy fuck.
I made them. I purposely made them like
his
that.
hand that's facing away is good, but like, what the heck's going on there with his little? The expression is good though. I like Gabe's like look. It's so perfect. He's so goddamn happy.
His eyes are glowing too.
Does nothing, wins.
Typical of Gabe.
So Blake makes a actually good point, and I fully agree with him.
What's that?
He says Assassin's Creed Shadow should have won Games for Change since it changed Ubisoft to a broken company.
You know what?
funny.
No,
I like it.
it was even better than that. It wasn't just the company. There was a entire, I say entire. There was that one like researcher that like their entire like research catalog was basically drawn into question and then basically discredited because of that event.
Jesus
It
Christ.
truly did change quite a few things.
They made a great army management system with generals, and then paired it with terrible age system that wipes your armies at age change. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. See, the age change system of Sid Meier's Civilization was such a cool concept on paper. And then when I found out, like, it wiped my army, I kind of was like, it left a very bitter taste in my mouth. I was like,
Especially if you invest like a lot into early age army, because like that's part of the reason.
yeah, if you're playing like
why
super
certain
warmongery.
civs are strong.
And then it wipes your whole army from scratch. And so it's like all that progress we were making in that war that I was actually having fun in, because I was actually enjoying the war system until the age up process where you age up to the next era. And then it's like all my stuff was gone. And it's like, oh, it was.
Didn't they also do the thing where your leader and your nation are separate?
Yeah. They did that
I didn't
because
like that.
that's a multiplayer thing, so you could customize the stats and values a bit more.
Just let me customize the stats.
The multiplayer thing is fine, but like, yeah, just customize the stats. I think just swapping leaders so that other leaders could be in charge of other nations was weird.
They also promoted an entire system by promoting Harriet Tubman as a leader.
Harriet fucking
It was about
Tubman,
Southern
a
market.
literally
Funny
nobody in
marketing.
history. Oh my god, fucking! Like, there's so many other people in history to actually take inspiration from, but they did a DEI choice, which is annoying. Grubber Rat says in older Civ games you could just upgrade your units. You're absolutely right, you could. Except this one, Grumpy, your army, your legions, they turn to dust when it passes. It's like,
That said, though, it was really funny when you destroyed an Abrams with the spearman. That was really funny.
penetrates the armor. It's like, dang.
Don't get me wrong, it's asked to do, but it brings a smile to my face when an
Look.
advanced modern military destroyed by stick.
Look, if a 9mm can take out a tiger, I'm pretty sure a spear could take out an Abrams.
God damn.
It tracks.
All right, I think that about wraps up everything. That was the last thing I wanted to talk about. Anything? Anybody else? Are we all good?
No.
No.
Good. Sounds like we're good. Sounds like we could prepare to raid into the next stream, and it's also time to check the poll and see where it lands among the community.
There's 2/3 of the community said yes.
Gibbs was
Gibbs
right.
No, the results of the poll is Gibbs is wrong.
Bucky is scoping and seething.
Actually, no, it's
even
it's
the
even better than
meme
that,
option.
Bucky.
Even the meme option. I'm saying no. 33% of you just wanted to be a meme. That's the reality.
No. Hold on. Kibbs, when this poll was discussed about being made, said channel just vote no because funny, just to prove it, just to say.
Yeah,
I'm
I said
wrong.
that to devalue
chat
it in
voted,
case
yeah.
it you
No,
know,
so
made
chat
me...
voted yes to prove Kibbs
Nope,
wrong.
that's not how that
Yeah.
works. So I set that up already so that I was
Chat
prepared
has
to
big
lose.
brain.
That way, when I win, I look even more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Like, he's so fucking powerful. Oh my god, Kib is so powerful. I know, right? I'm just the most powerful little Kib ever. Just like, you can't just be powerful. That's just, you just can't. You just, and then
I
they just
think Kib's
explode.
gay. Good.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
Kib died.
Yeah, then he died.
it gets called gay, fucking dies. Can't handle it.
May he rest in ash.
The heat in the kitchen is... God damn it. All right, chat. We will see you in the Call of Cthulhu one-shot campaign. Now, bear in mind, this is meant to be a one-shot, but for whatever reason, if we have to split it into 2 streams, we will. I let that know for the GM's sake, in case the GMs have to, do something. So...
Or one of them dies.
Specifically Chumba, he's gonna die.
All right,
Yeah,
chat.
it looks like he's dying.
We will see you in the next stream. We'll be starting that in about 5-10 minutes. I'm just gonna throw something in the little oven and toast it real quick because I need to eat, and then we will start our stream. So get ready for some Cthulhu action, and we'll be playing Aerith. We haven't played Aerith in years, so this will be interesting.